right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful morning. It's an interesting start. We don't have much. You already actually got durable orders and some other Philly Fed stuff, but when it's all said and done, we have a couple of things, but the real topic is the Fed getting fired. Other than that, we're just waiting for Nvidia and getting ready for the earnings tomorrow. We've been doing this back and forth. You're still here in August or getting ready to wrap it up, but yeah, Trump signed a letter firing Lisa Cook, and then she's like, I'm not leaving, and then yeah, here we are. So it's a big day with the earnings, and everybody's still trying to get the answer to whether or not we are running into the end of the year or not. So we're going to find out. There was a couple of headlines too, like Eli Lilly, they had a weight loss drug. VFC, they had a big upgrade, and there's like two other ones. New York Times got an activist investor. There was like crypto news with your boy Trump. Lutnick was saying they want to buy more stakes in companies and all this other stuff. So yeah, here we are. But other than that, we got 2 minutes. I do have time to go to the bathroom, and I need to post it on Twitter, but you guys be very careful, okay? Those Twitter bots are not me, and I will never ask you guys for like anything. That's why I'm like, I really hope you guys listen to like the content, because you'll truly understand how like out of character some things are. Like, for real, if you guys just know how I behave, like, I don't talk to people. I'm not trying to get money out of y'all. If I was, you would see it more obviously. That's what I'm saying. We don't have any, like, private group. I'm not selling some copy trade service. But, yeah, man, Chads have been scammed. Somebody fell for it on Twitter. And I hate you, Elon, because this is something you could have fixed, bro. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, I'll show you it. But, like, literally, a Chad fell for it, man. And it's crazy because I see the Chad and you'll see their names, but it's like, you guys got to listen, bro. Because like, as of late, I've been on this like attitude, and like, look, that attitude is so useless. If you don't like, you got to just tune in, bro. You have to listen, and you'll truly understand like how out of character some of these things are. And that's why I'm like, it just, unfortunately, this has been going on for a while. I've talked about it. I've made a lot of noise. YouTube, Google, nobody fixes it. So it's only taking advantage of people who are not listening. Or if you have a certain greed and desire and you're like, I want this, that's what I'm saying. I'll help you, but I'm not going to ask you to give me all your money to help you. You know, I'm going to ask you for 5 years of your time. I'm going to ask you to listen to me read the Bible and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just all. But I'm not going to ask you on some program, and I'll invite you to my farm. That's about it. But yeah, so I only have a minute. I need to go potty. I was just talking to you about all that. So either way, let me see if I can bust this out real quick. But the day is going to begin. Bum bum. Yeah, bro. Well, that sucks. I do have a couple play. I'll go pee in a little bit once I figure this out. I want to look at one play, and then we'll go from there. And then I already sent them out, I believe. Yep, you should have them. And then, yeah, we'll see where it takes us. Yes, real cult news is not Josh. And just like, I'm never gonna message you. Like, that's how it's been. And there's no like selling program thing, bro. That's it. Because all they could do is scam you on the desire to get something. And that's why it's like, you know, it doesn't exist. If you listen to me, you know damn well we'd never do that. Round 1. Fight. All right. So let's see what we got. MP is actually starting off pretty good. Again, there's Intel. Intel was a lot higher yesterday. It's still staying in that level. But yeah, watch Eli Lilly. Again, NVO, VKTX. There's a lot of sympathies. And then we will see. Okay, that's a scam. Some option chains are not open. Again, Nvidia too, but you missed the 2%. Watch Boeing. Bro, Boeing in the last like 72 hours, man. It's like 600 planes or something. Something crazy. UNH is tweaking out. But yeah, Boeing's up 1. Eli Lilly went up 2. Those are some of the big news. VFC, again, I don't know if you guys still have that play. There is a value, though, that should be like right near the money. Let's see. Yeah, the VFCs, they're up over 100% now. I think that was the one that was in the money. Right there. Yeah, Oklo got initiated the first time. So it didn't even have coverage prior. Yeah, so you're in the money on those VFCs. It's a small mover, but I'm kind of down, actually. So you can make those free, or you keep riding. Yeah, their deal was good. I don't know if it's like legit or if it was like a PR deal, but it was talking about like something with government and rare earths. I literally just read it for you. Here, I'll pull it up so I don't misread it. Which one was it? Yeah, right here. MOU with Vulcan to advance U.S. rare earth security. Ah! So yeah, I don't know if that's like with the government or if it just sounds good. You see what I'm saying? But they did something related to it. Yeah, Tesla, HIMS pop. I mean, honestly, the cash open's pretty hot. So look at Russell is already ripped. I'm going to assume that the equal weight. And remember, yesterday we didn't get no sign of rotation or anything. So let's see. Yeah, no, actually, equal weight's down. No fucking way. Yeah, equal weight's down by 0.1 right now. So it's kind of odd that the Russell's moving, the Dow's holding up. But very interesting. And then oil is down, which is good. Honestly, I think if oil could stay down, you could get a little tailwind off that. Into it. Again, Tesla's on the high. Boeing is going up as well, too. I've been liking the Boeings. Is this option chain open? Yeah, oh my gosh. I thought this option chain wasn't open. But it is. Bum. Good morning. AMD again. AMD had a deal with IBM. Again, we still have a free play there. And then, like I'm saying, you got some VFCs. Yeah, the UUUs are up a couple 100%. I only have the free ones, but that's actually rocking. Nice. HI as well. I'm trying to get this play, but it's kind of shitty. Why'd they do this, Habibi? Alright, let's go shopping, boys. Spy on the high. Nike and then the CCJ and a couple uranium plays coming up right now, too. Eli Lilly, if you could get good premiums, they fucking drip, dude. I'm a big fan of it, but I don't think now. You have to get it yesterday. I was looking at them, but I faded it. It showed up, though. What's the date today? No. Okay, yeah, it's a fucking scam. Why won't it go? It's not gonna work. I have a crazy idea, but it's not gonna work. Even on one of them, that's crazy. I'm sorry, this is this chain. I'll tell you it afterwards, but I thought it was what's it called? Okay, that's not what I want. NVO. Okay, it keeps changing my fucking order. Huh? Okay, that one went in. But it won't fill. So man, I hate this shit. I think I found one. And then we're SPY at VWAP, SCR, only 38 highs. Everything's green now. Actually, Dow's just dancing around, but literally NASDAQ green and SPY. And you got GLD going by doing Broadcom on the high ticker. so weird. Yeah, it's on half of them. It's not triggered. I have 4 orders in right now. I think it's because the thing's unlocked. Alright, these ain't gonna work. It's too much, Habibi, too much. Disney, Docu. I haven't even looked at Staples yet. I mean, we're right back to open. So yeah. I'm just trying to get my one play. I don't get this. Makes no sense. All right, we're gonna try something else. Little scammers. Oclo on the low. I just saw CCJ. Healthcare's up. I think I'm gonna just wait for this. Yeah. And then Hims is moving. You guys called that one out earlier. Eli Lilly just chilling. Okay. Let me see Intel. Alright, I'm gonna punt on this one. That chain is fucking with me. It's just such a wide spread too, and I can't find it. We'll cover it on the watch list. Or if I could get one today, you'll probably hear it a little later. And then the UUUs keep going. And then VFC. Yeah, Tesla flipped, and then MOS on the high. Remember the fertilizer place. So you do have areas that are actually staying up. That is the crazy part. OPAD, I kept seeing that one yesterday. So not bad. The NetEase, we also got a little bit there. What are those? That's Boeing? Some of the Boeing premiums are actually still climbing. They should be dead. TTD, I haven't looked at it in a while, but if it's near the low, because didn't they just get murdered off of that earnings? Yeah. So this was near the price. I think you could get it a little lower, but yeah, I'm not against it. What does the crown mean? What do you mean? Watch the furniture ones to restoration. Alright. Kings have crowns? Yes, they do. I don't know where that one's coming from. Dude, I've been looking at one play this whole time. I'm looking. It's chill though. You're getting a couple of solars now. High ticker's pretty active. You're still at open. It's a pretty weird mix. Again, NASDAQ was actually just... It was lagging a little bit, then it caught up, and then now it's back down. But you're in a very interesting spot, to say the least. Uber on the high. Okay, SPY's working up a little bit more now. Which one is that? Yeah, but they won't fucking fill shit. IBKR, Intel. I'm seeing the Intel premiums. Yeah, Intel waking up, about to do 25 again. Watch any of the other chip makers, see if it's either going to go in tandem or against it. And then banks on the low, and then you got wind from earlier. Oh, the crown. Oh, yeah. That's what I was like, what are you talking about? That's like the leaderboard thing. Netflix, watch any of the chip runs. Broadcom 2, you guys were calling that one out earlier. I don't know why he's doing that. And then Bobo. Yeah, Boeing premiums are climbing. They shouldn't be. Very weird. Yeah, Boeing premiums now. MP's coming back up. A couple of the material ones. Again, the UUU, that's still holding. So that's killing it. Is Navitas in the same space as Intel? So is a random penny stock company the same as one of the greatest chip manufacturers ever? I don't know. I think that's an easy one, brother. But you'll figure it out. Marriott. Okay, like I'm saying, materials, watch it, those keep going. I'm seeing more travel as well. But like Boeing premiums just woke up. For no reason. And then where's RH? I like that. I like the Boeing too. Who else was it? Wayfair. That was the other one. App on the high. And then Palo Alto. Yeah, there's Wayfair. Like I'm saying, the furniture ones. I had one of the premiums on watch, and now they're starting to tick up. And then China too. You have China premiums that are still there. Boeing, a little bit of China, and then furniture plays are moving, at least on my watch. So yeah, and then China's at least leading. Nasdaq break even, SPY break even, Dow break even. Russell's the only thing in the green. Yeah, ARM is starting to wake up. Consumer confidence could move the market. I mean, it's not the biggest, but you know, we're in a weird spot. People react a little differently. So anything is possible. Qualcomm too, those are a little dead, but those are trying to come back up. Zelensky, chief of staff, to visit Qatar. I'm really mad that this won't work. IBKR, they benefited off the S&P thing, but I thought it was bad at first, and then that's all. So we're gonna find out. Damn it. Yeah, I've been literally trying to bid on this whole. I don't know why it's not working on there. I want to grab it on the other one, but it's not. I know it's gonna. The spread's too big. I think I'm gonna get a shitty fill. And no one's trading it. Apple on the low. And then AMD. Again, you had the AMD, IBM. Then you got Boeing waking up. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think it's gonna work, man. IBKR. Tesla. Palo Alto. Watch software, and again, Boeing's waking up. The plays are cheap. They're just the old ones coming back. But like I was telling you, probably said it like 4 or 5 times now how they're moving. They are starting to wake up. So keep your eyes out for that one. All right, and then I need to go to the bathroom. I still didn't get to go from the morning. I know. All right, BRB.
Verizon now. Yeah, kind of says a lot, doesn't it?
Geez, as soon as you say that, I remember, Carl, the whole hope with Comcast, with the company we work for still, you had the hope that other people didn't move into fixed wireless because you just don't want the competition. Now, I am sure if you ask anyone at Comcast, they say, don't worry. I mean, the don't worry. It's like, after a while, I'm worried about the don't worry.
Yep. Yeah, well, they no longer have media to worry about, so they can just do their thing.
Right.
Comcast?
No, AT&T.
Oh, AT&T, yes. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, they don't have that to worry about.
No, they don't.
No, that was actually a good deal, potentially.
I told Stanky I surrendered.
You did. You finally surrendered.
No, at 23, I surrendered.
Yeah, you did. You did. You did. You came around.
Well, look, I hate talking about the company I work for. I just do know that it's a crowded field. What can I say? It's a crowded field. Versus NVIDIA. See, I want to be NVIDIA, not Comcast. Not a crowded field.
Well, what's your feeling right now? I think we did get some additional selling by Carp on Palantir.
Oh, no, wait a second. That was a program. It was listed before. Yep. It's not something new. I think that Alex Karp is, as I've indicated, the smartest person ever lived. What did I say? Did I say wrong? Well, you got Da Vinci?
You completely thrown out any valuation parameters when it comes to Palantir.
It's like with the president.
It's so different. You're just a momentum guy. That's it. That's what you are in this thing.
For Palantir.
Yes.
Well, no, I am not. I am just saying there's all the stocks I've ever seen, and then there's Palantir. There's all the CEOs I've ever seen, and then there's Carp. I'm just doing a carve out. I carve out like the Fed.
Like the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
For the Fed.
I'm doing a carve out here for Alex Karp. Who, by the way, I'm not close to it all, and he doesn't care for me, and I don't care. Because I'll watch his shit.
For chip makers, I don't
Stock
think
is definitely
the export curbs are actually be applied. It will be more a negotiation tactic. But for a hyperscaler,
well, they'll add export taxes. I mean, Nvidia and AMD already have agreed to pay export taxes.
Yeah. But for a hyperscaler which has a sizable EU business, and it was quite restrictive in the sense you had to abide by the Digital Markets Act or the Digital Services Act in the US, in the EU. So from that perspective, I do think, this may ease up the regulations a little bit if he's successful, and that means probably more profits in the region for hyperscalers. I don't think it changes, anything in a big way for the semiconductor companies.
And Mandeep, we would be remiss not to ask you directly about NVIDIA earnings after the bell tomorrow. I mean, you take a look at what investors and what the sell side are saying heading into this report. It seems like the tone is that this is going to test Wall Street's faith in the AI boom, that we're going to get an update, of course, on CapEx. But I feel like you could say that every earnings season.
Yeah. Well, in this case, I think this is the first time they'll be reporting full Blackwell numbers. So think about, GPT-5 and all the latest models that have been released. It's on their Hopper architecture. Now that Blackwell is in full production and they're shipping it in bulk, what does that change in terms of, the training and the large language models race? And how does that influence, the buildup of these clusters going forward? Because
Okay. That's it. All right, Chad. Not bad. I do like the material plays, but nothing's happened yet. I wanted to get that one, but I think I'm not gonna force it. We need a little more liquidity. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I hope your morning's good, Visa. And then even UNH, I'm not seeing any rotation. I see healthcare, they did decent today. That's actually up. And then staples are down. It's kind of 50-50. We will get a checkup here in 10 minutes. So then we'll have a better idea. The material plays are good. I mean, again, even Boeing too, finally moving a little bit. There's UNH a couple of times, started off a little weaker. 3M, that's a good one. Industry. Yeah, there's a few. Ethereum too, that one's starting to move up. Interesting. Yeah, all the healthcare's killing it, actually. Again, to be up 1% is not too bad right now, or 0.6. I think it was at 0.8 earlier, or one of them was that finance? One industry was up a decent amount. MP still going 74. I keep seeing UNH. Now Tesla, I mean, there's probably like 5 different Tesla tickers in that one, but popped $1. SPY's at VWAP. VWAP is literally where we open. Remember yesterday, man, it didn't feel like it too much, but you went 7 hours, or by like power hour, you got away, but we were right there. So I think we're liable to do that a couple of times. So just be cautious and be aware. Wait, what? So yeah, we'll see. Hope you're doing well in the long term. Better. Long term is great. I haven't looked at it today, but it's been decent. I mean, in August right now, we were at near like 1.9%. So there's already been a good one, but the room, I think the average has been a little higher. So we will see. But for the most part, the long term has been great. I'm glad with our pickup, but now we got to get it to the end of the year. That's what we were talking about yesterday, man. If you haven't realized, though, I don't know. This is kind of like, it's a lot to take in, man. But you guys realize the year is almost over? So, like, this whole, like, Donald Trump, you know, and the start of Donald Trump and all that, like, do you realize that this year is, like, over? It's kind of crazy to think about. So, yeah, that's why, like, all of your plans, and you should be thinking about next year. I don't know how you thought this year would go or what the intention was, you know what I'm saying? But like, think about it. You're here. How is that gonna work? Dude, no, like actually though, it's September. So I'm saying, like, even it's been a year almost. I mean, by October, that's when it really ends. But, you know, think about it. We were getting ready from, like, last year, October. If you really think about it, October, November, the election, all of the emotions, everything else. But, yeah, like, you've burned a lot of time. Okay, SPY's getting bigger here now. I don't know if that's news or anything. Eyes on any of the big ones, tech. I'm watching nuclear come up. But, yeah, you just got a decent candle. Still early enough where this could be anything. Autodesk. I saw a lot of like software plays kind of moving. Poly Alto. MP I just keep seeing come up here as well. Eli Lilly. Not bad. Yeah, Boeing. I don't know why the Boeing premiums. It was so weird. The last 48 hours when you get those deals, Boeing was going down, and now the little follow through. Every little tick is raising it up. PayPal, and then RKLB. A lot of things are starting to get active. Like I'm saying, the mix is a little weird, but if you notice now, SPY and Dow are green while the NASDAQ is red. So that wasn't always like that. Healthcare will move before. I don't have any crazy like expectations for healthcare. I think it could be a rotation, but the problem, I mean, let me put it this way. The only catalyst that you got for healthcare in the last couple months has been Warren Buffett buying UNH. That's it. Rich people buying the healthcare that's down. That's the only thing that's happened. So unfortunately, I say that because that just means my you know, my timelines for what I'm expecting, they're pretty much the same. As far as healthcare is concerned, you know, I'm not expecting something massive with healthcare because it's the underperformer, and we've been kind of expecting 2026. That's what we talked about with our value assessment on it, and we were saying value is one of the best, or healthcare is one of the best value in the world right now, but it comes at the risk of time. So that's why you're asking me about September, but my views in healthcare, like, they go towards like the end of 2026. That's kind of how I've been viewing this. So Unfortunately, I don't. I think it might be the same. I mean, there's definitely. I think it's still a lot of value. A little bit disappeared after the rich people bought, but when it's all said and done, that value's there because it's gonna take some time, and that is what I am expecting. Oh, on the low. Why are real estate stocks going down? Again, they got to benefit a little bit. Fitch Ratings, North American software firms face AI disruption risk and opportunities. ANET on the high, Data Kelb on the low. Oklo's still going, and then again, a lot of nuclear and Airbnb on the high. GL. Again, VFC, that one's still climbing. So GG's app on the high. A couple of things are now moving. I saw just 3 different flushes. Some of them are small caps, though. Palantir, ANET, those are coming up too. Snow. There's no bad Habibi. Yeah, latest headline there. Home prices have stalled. Rising inventory. Yeah, you are going to get housing data. Remember, yesterday's housing data kind of surprised. I think housing data is going to be good for the market no matter what. Because if it comes down lower, people might like it, and then they'll calm down. But even if it comes in hot like yesterday, they get excited. So, I don't know. Housing, and again, it's all very tertiary. It's not as if the data points today. The conference board might have the ability to move stuff, but again, it's just still not the most important thing. For the free ticker trial, you're welcome. You're welcome. You get 30 minutes of the newswire just as a reminder of what you're missing because people couldn't lock in. I like it. So that's it. I hope you lock in next year so we can have it. Amen. Amen. No. Oh, yeah, dogs. Was that not Data Kelb? Or am I tripping? Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Data Kelb. I saw that one. I thought it was Data Doc. Halted on volume, no headline. That was a big one. Probably short report. Seen that a lot. And then they do it on these small companies, which kind of blows my mind. And then NB, bro, all the material plays still. UUU, MB. The UUUs are really going. I didn't really quite realize that. Yeah, are we in the... Oh, that's why. We're in the money on them. That's why I'm like, why are they starting to fucking move now? They moved earlier, but not like that. So I'll take it. A couple names, RKLB. I see a couple of space names, more energy, more materials. And I think that's about it. Again, I keep seeing Wayfair. That's part of it. RH hasn't moved, though. And now Wayfair has already recovered 2%. Remember yesterday, you got Docs on the high as well. Again, a lot of energy, material, and like nuclear. Richmond Fed, negative 11. Or minus 7. Estimate was negative 11. And then Conference Board, 97.4. Estimate was 96.5. So Conference Board consumer confidence was higher. And Richmond Fed came in better than expected. Still a decline, but not as worse. So good data. Or at least not data that would even get in the way. Doesn't really matter as much, like I was just telling you. You could call it tertiary. But yeah, here we are. So bonds might move off a little bit. Again, like I said, wait for the real estate stuff too. And that has its own thing. Well, I don't know why. I want this place still. It's just being really, really weird. It's not gonna work. Apple has internally discussed possibility of acquisitions of Mistral and Perplexity. I don't know. I don't know if none of those are public, but yeah, it's the information. But they always rumor what Apple could buy, and then no one ever gets it. Oh, what up, Yuli? Yuli, you're the cookout baby. I'm excited. It's good. I don't know. I have to check it. We had some issues yesterday. Some of you not finding it, like on the YouTube link. But then I think it is sold out by now. And then I don't know, but I looked. I don't get it, bro. Like, so seriously, bro, why do you guys do that though? Like, so there was a couple people, like, bro, you've been banned. I just even called out some of you recently. Like, you're not coming, dude. I don't know why you spent the money. And so, like it says, bro, no refunds, but some of you just are testing it in a way where you might ruin it all for everybody. If you don't know, I'll tell you, NRG, Mr. NRG, the guy I called out yesterday. Why did you buy it, bro? No one, you did not meet the rules, bro. I don't. So yeah, you might ruin it for everybody, brother. Because that's just creepy, and I'm kind of over it. I don't know how many times I could tell you, but other than that, we're good to go. So I am excited for it. We only have a couple days to finish the background check. So, like I'm saying, if you don't qualify that, even if you got it, you're not. No, I might need. Not everyone's gonna come. Then that's it. Like, we have certain rules. If you don't meet the background check, unfortunately, I can't let you come. That's it. So if you broke, that's why I'm saying to like know you violated the rules, to waste everyone's time, to spend the money. It's like, come on. So there is some people I saw, although they bought it, I don't think they're gonna make it. I'm gonna call them and tell them, but that one was just ridiculous. I can't believe it. But yeah, I'm excited though, and it's gonna be a little. I'm happy with the amount of people. I think it'll be easy to manage. 'The info, you have it. If your contact info is on there, if that phone number when you signed up is active, you will be getting a call here shortly. $14 months and 2 long terms. Let's go, baby. Amen. Well, yeah, it just sucks though, because some of y'all, you violated the rules, but then we only had 25, so now they're sold out, but then you took it from people who probably would have been able to come. So it's not appreciated, but like I'm saying, we only have a week, so I don't have time to keep going back and forth, unfortunately. You didn't sign up, but you would love to come film the experience. You should have signed up then. But thank you. But like I'm saying, we have the system. I've been trying to get it organized for a month. I gave everybody a good heads up, and we did it exactly how we described. So I'm just going with whatever. I have to verify everybody. I'm not just inviting people to my multi-million-dollar house with no, like, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's all about security and safety. That's all it really is. And then once we get people in there, we'll do it. But yeah, I didn't know who was down or not. That's why I did it in this process to really see. And yeah, we got to see who's down and interested and ready to commit, and it's going to be a good time. But like I'm saying, it was some people though, it was very explicit. Yeah, I'm sure everybody appreciates it too. It's nice. It's nice. The Boeing, dude, Boeing ripped. I was telling you, bro. Premium. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was. I don't know why, but I did notice how they were moving, so I hope it did help. How do you sign up? It's over now. So we put out, I actually put out the stream alerts, and then it was on the pinned link all day yesterday. And then it was on the Trading Fraternity video for a couple of hours until they sold out. That's good, man. I'm glad. It's 2:30. I mean, what's the breakout? We got to get past like 236, 242. You could get above there, it gets crazy. I mean, they just ordered a bunch of planes, so we'll see. The one day you missed? No, come on. So like I was saying, we gave there was a 24-hour jump on the stream alerts all day yesterday, and I think the video's been up for like 10 hours now. So, and then we've made 3-4 videos leading into it. You guys have zero excuse. I don't want to hear it. don't tell me I missed it. You didn't. You willfully ignored it. That's how I view it. That's why I'm excited. I think I'm very impressed with the people who locked in and paid attention, vibed with it. It's very easy. And then the ones that broke the rules too, very easy. Like I'm saying, I love it. You let the good and bad grow, and then separate. You can say whatever you want. Just don't act like you're locked in if you weren't. And I'm glad you're doing the brokerage thing. But yeah, it's not. That's all I'm saying. We don't have to be dramatic. Hello. Did you guys hear the AI voice crack this morning? It kind of blew my mind. I heard him actually do it. Trade SPY. I tried SPY, not really SPX too much, but I did one the other day after Jackson Hole. I had a small sweet spot one. That didn't work though. But other than that, the beginning of the year when there's panic, bonds are dying right now. Apple has told insider talks about buying Mistral and Perplexity. They're reiterating that one again. Yeah, bro, big tech ain't do nothing. Yeah, Nasdaq's at 0.03, SPY's at 0.03, the Russell's at 0.6. So you're actually moving a decent amount. And then equal weight finally went green, so doing better than the SPY, but it's a weird setup compared to yesterday. All right. Nasdaq 100, 57 green, 44 in the red. Dow Jones, 11 in the green, 18 in the red. It's a very weird mix right now, even the industries. And then SPY, 266 green, 234 in the red. Very, and then the Boeing's still running again. But yeah, it's 50-50. Even the breakdown, like you got Eli Lilly's lifting up the healthcare, but then the rest aren't. It's a very weird mix. You got electronics doing good and some tech and some health, and then consumers are doing bad. It's a very weird mix today. So again, we started off yesterday with that little rotation or anti-rotation game, or going back to Mag 7. Now today you're just in the middle, not to mention bonds getting clapped and then everything else moving. HXL. Okay, high tickers starting to gas a little bit. Energy on the low. CF and Oxy, they were moving up with all the Russian comments yesterday. So very interesting. Yeah, and then you're done for data. Hold on. No, there was no watch list. There was just the trading, just the main video on the trading fraternity. Oh man, they're not gonna let me try another contract. I'm still looking at the one from this morning. There's only the weeklies are the only good ones. That's why I haven't gotten it. Let's see if this, I bet you this one's gonna work. Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's the one though. I'm gonna put this one on the watch list tonight. I'm gonna try to get filled though by end of the day. It's just not working. It only put in, it's letting me put on the contracts I don't want, the order will go in. And then the right contract, it says it's unable to. Because the right contract has a fucking crazy spread, but then the wrong contracts don't. I think it's confusing it. They'll get a down correction with rate cut. Well, it just all depends. Like I'm saying, if the economy is booming or not as we get it, that'll determine it. But we talked about it lately. I mean, although I think the next set of rate cuts will stimulate some things, I can't shake the feeling where I'm like, you only cut aggressively if things are really slowing down. And that's what gets a little bit more worrisome when it's all said and done. So people are anticipating, freeing up of capital, financial conditions, and a lot of other things. But, usually if they're willing to stimulate that hard, it's because they need it. But then again, if you don't and you stimulate without that necessity, I mean, it's just going to bring you a lot more problems on the back end. Reverse repo broke overnight? I don't think it did. I mean, if it goes to zero, then there you go. Well, as long as there's still money in there, it's operating. Or if we're in the middle of a controversial election. So yeah, that's the whole point. It's like they cut a year ago, nothing happened. So it was a big cut. They didn't keep cutting, but even then you didn't get a slowdown. You didn't get anything of that nature. So it's very fascinating. BHP on the high. I'm Boeing back to Cali. Okay. Which one is that? Okay, SPY's moving again. I see the Modi Trump one, but the source just says German newspaper. So I'm not gonna take that one with too much weight. German news. I'm gonna ask my girlfriend, yo, you Ufslin Hofslin Station. Which publication is this, baby girl? No, you ain't heard of it? No. Rusty? No? Okay. Fair enough. Modi, yeah, now it's hitting the wire. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about German newspaper source. Not even gonna repeat that joke, man. That's something like that, I guess. Naka on the low, Palantir. Palantir's actually kind of running. Spy's going up, and then GOW again, Corning. They've been getting a lot lately. So see. And then I have one play I'm watching. I have the shitty one I couldn't get filled on. That one we're just gonna have to wait till end of the day. I got another one though, but we gotta see. And then the Boeings, that one we already have exposure. You could have double dipped today and they would have hit, but even without it, it's nice. A man says she's ready for larger cuts if downside risks grow. Is the week? Yeah, man. It is full. What happened? Why do you guys do this? I don't get it. So, yeah, you had 72 hours, man. And that's it. And then whatever happens though, but now you guys are at the mercy of these. I'm not liking it so far. Like I'm telling you, the people I've seen sign up and even this little bullshit with Mr. Energy, I'm not optimistic. My optimism has gone down like 20 points just by seeing some of the behavior. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if there's another one, you guys. But for now, it's already sold out. You had your opportunity. If you did not take advantage of it, I don't think it was because you couldn't. I think it was lag. So, it's very odd. But then again, I think that should highlight, you know, I even got to learn about the communication. And I wanted to see. I want to see how people hear stuff and how it communicates. And, you know, like I'm saying, a lot of you I've been making a video once a week on this topic. You know that, right? So that's why I think it's very interesting. But then I'm more disappointed in the rules, and then the people still fucking with it, ordering for no reason. But like I said, they're just getting in the way of you guys. I mean, I have my plan. I did my job. I got it all set up. I spent a lot of money. I got it ready. So now you got to do your job. I hope you followed the rules. So let me put it this way. If you did get, if you are going to come and you were able to make it, we still got to confirm you. You'll get a call this week. But let me put it this way. You better not be late. Okay, please. I'm so terrified now. I'm going to change the travel plans because you guys are scaring me. I'm like, oh, fuck. They're going to be late. You guys are worse than my dad, bro. Some of you give me my dad feelings. That's why I'm like, oh, bro. That's going to be, no. Oh, no. Yeah, someone's going to be late, bro. And I'm just saying, if one person's late, we're going to cut you. Not like hurt you, but like you gonna have to, I'm gonna just get you a Uber or something. I'm definitely not. That's it. You're gonna, so yeah, you're gonna have to be there on time. I hope so. I don't think so. If you, but that's the thing. Those of you who got it early and those of you who followed instructions though, I'm not worried about you because I feel like you won't be late. I feel like you were prepared. Yeah, you were already ready to go. So I'm not worried about it, but I'm like, oh shit, bro. Just simple rules that don't get followed scare me. That's it. That's all it is. Because then it's like, that's what makes me scared. Because I'm like, if you can't follow the simple written rules, like, are you going to be on time? Because, like, that's it. If we have to do certain things, we got pickups, we got a lot of other stuff. So, yeah, like, we got a schedule. And that scares me. But it's going to be fun, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, all of it, the good, the bad, the frustration. This is all fun because we get to learn it. Go through it. I don't know what's going to happen. So, like I'm saying, bro, I didn't think people would order it and buy it when it says do not buy it. And they did. So, and then we have the people who have like, half of the people were already in Cali. But then there's like a lot of y'all coming out there from not Cali. So I'm very excited. And I hope it'll be a good time for you guys. Mm-hmm. I know, but that too though, and now you guys are at the mercy of those people now too. Like I'm telling you, man, now this is gonna be the first experience, and then whoever's coming, you guys get ready to make some decisions because you guys will be the first ones out. So I look forward to it. Where's the ranch? Nobody knows. I haven't even told the guys who are coming. You will get a phone call from Restricted at some point in the next 48 hours giving you instructions on where to go. Nvidia is climbing up right now. The whole SPY, everything's starting to break out. That sounds sus. If you're sus, it's super sus. Yeah, 100%. It's to keep away the people. Don't worry, you guys aren't coming. I don't know why you're so worried about it. Just get a long term. Just get a long term. It's kind of like Squid Games. So like, I'll give you the address, and then you have to play the games called Douchi. I don't know if you guys have ever played. And then if you beat me at Douchi, you get to go on the bus, and then it'll take you there. But if you don't win, you don't. That's it. We do not have Chick-fil-A sauce. No. I went yesterday to go get some food though. I'll ask. I'll just call you and ask you guys what you want to eat, because I was gonna just buy a bunch of steaks. I was at Costco yesterday, so I was just gonna buy it all, but like I'm too early. I even asked the fucking butcher dude, and he said, "Nah, come back in on like Thursday." No, I keep putting up 2 of these. Roblo. Circle, and then Guardian. Actually, where's Eli Lilly? All the healthcare names came down. Even the Eli Lilly run in the morning, that started to go down. Yeah, man, Big 7 is... What an odd day, man. The back and forth. Because last week, it made a little bit more sense when it would move weird. Because you had Jackson Hole. But now all you have is NVIDIA. But Dow's leveling out. You got 12 names green, 17 red. NASDAQ 53 green, 47 in the red. So it's still moving around even though you're advancing. And then SPY is just still 50-50. With the equal weight a little higher. But equal weight at any moment can lag or lead. Yeah, no, now SPY. Yeah, literally. 5 minutes ago, equal weight was leading. Now the normal SPY's leading. That's what I'm saying here. And then, again, staples aren't good. Healthcare's up because of Lilly. But if that fades, then there you go. It's like a different momentum. That's what I'm saying. There's like no Jackson Hole. So some of the movement, you definitely feel like we're waiting for something, but it's just not as exciting. Well, I haven't looked at Meta. Ba-da-ba-ba-bop. Connor is the Watchlist king, yes. We need to do another quiz. If you beat him, can you go? Nah, just watch it. So we'll see what happens for the next one after this. But if you know, you guys got lucky yesterday because the thing, we fucked up when we put it out. So the way that it got released yesterday, that's why it was up for so long, because you couldn't find it when you clicked on the link. So it gave you a lot of hours to do it, but just next time, pay attention, and if you want to do it, go. That's what I'm saying. It's not. Some of your guys' reaction to it is making me very confused. So I hope though that you pay attention and that moving forward, you know, that's all you got to do. That's kind of what I've been trying to show this whole year, man, is that if you're locked in, paying attention, it goes such a long way, man, and you could get everything you wanted. But if not, you will be at the mercy of the people who do. If you really, but not only in like a Meetup sense, but like even in the market. If you really think about it, look around. So I encourage you to, you know, lock in, stay prepared, and anything you want, you do it, and you will be able to if you are prepared. You know, if you go ahead of time and you're paying attention, say this is something I want. Again, even in the market, the long term, you have a goal, bro, you're gonna get it, but you do have to stick with it and you know, outline. Damn, you baby. Nice. Do I have an office in Poway? I always see your truck. No, we just drive the truck around there, so people will have to buy a membership just to ask me. No, right. Yeah, we have offices kind of everywhere. Even in like Fashion Valley a lot, you'll see the truck, or downtown. But yeah, I love it. Dude, so, and I'm not the guy driving the truck, might I add. Just, you know that? I feel bad too, because like, bro... Dude, sometimes girls will like DM me and they'll be like, I just saw you, and they'll be so nice to me. And they're like, I just saw your truck. And I'm like, it's not me, baby girl. I'm not. Just, you don't understand, baby girl. I'm not the tall, handsome guy driving that vehicle. So, but yeah, so it's there though. It's everywhere. I like San Diego. So shout out San Diego. There might not be another one. No, there might, but like I'm saying, my goal with this meeting was to get the ball rolling, though. You know what I'm saying? So if we find someone to take care of animals, if we have a different plan, and then we have people to set it up, I mean, just we might roll forward with other projects. I don't know. So we're gonna see, and then if it doesn't work too much, if it costs too much, I'm already burning a lot of money. That's the part I don't like about it. So even with 25 people, I'm still losing a fuck ton. So, but then that's why, because I'm like, I don't care. I just I want to have a good weekend, or get my steaks. We still have to spend a lot to like get it ready, but my goal is I want my animals, bro. That's why. So I'm hoping I could meet somebody that will be down to help me with it, or if we get the Airbnb plan or anything else, and one of the people who's there, if we bring those ideas to life, then yeah, it's gonna be fun. You'll see, bro. You'll see. I don't know what it's gonna be like. So thank me afterwards, and I'll thank you afterwards too. Livestock is chores, yeah. Dude, my dad wants to do it, but I won't let him. You know that? And my dad loves the farm, you guys. I think the truth is coming out. Homeboy loves it, bro. Every time he knows I'm coming, he's like, "Can I come?" I'm like, "Bro, why?" He's like, "Don't. I just like to see what you're doing. I like to see." So I'm like, "All right, bro, roll. Let's go, man. Let's roll." And then he comes with me, bro. But like, we were talking about it the other day, this weekend, and he was like, "You know, I think I can do it." I was like, "Dude, no, you can't." I'm like, "Bro, you're old." I was like, I said, we need somebody who could be there, but like low key, my dad will help you if you really want. Whoever ends up doing it, my dad, he's really falling in love with this idea of the animals in the farm. He's like, but I just don't. I'm like, man, my dad too old, bro. I'm like, this guy. So I was like, we need some young motivation in there to get the cattle farm. And then, did you guys know cattle prices are at all-time highs? You know that, right? So might I add, if we get into the cattle business, we are entering at like a good and a bad time, because it's expensive to get into, but you know, it's a hot commodity right now. You know that? I didn't know that. Yeah, bro, for real. Like, that's why I'm saying it's booming right now. I didn't realize that until then. It kind of made me sad, because I'm like, all these cows are going to be so expensive. But yeah, bro, cattle prices are through the roof. Let me see. National Beef Wire. Oh, no. Give me the chart, bro. 1 day ago. Yeah, bro. It's booming. Give me the chart. Yeah, live cattle price. Yeah, bro, look at this. Oh, it's only showing in percent. It's so hard to get a cattle chart, bro. Yeah, do they have Cattle Guru? Straight up, bro. I be trying. I'm like, yo, what are the comps on the Wagyu bull? Do you got a Highland mini comp? Is it used? What's the Carfax on? What's the Bullfax, dog? But yeah, so literally it's booming. Look at this. Just price. I don't know what this is even priced in, to be honest with you. I don't know cattle. It says 100%, and then it says like $1. I saw another one at $2, but all I know is it's at all-time highs. Cattle prices are at all-time highs. The Kelly Moo book. Sorry, I don't. Yeah. Kelly Moo book. I like. Yeah, man, it's hot out there, bro. It's hot out there. Where the fuck is that play? I got time on this one. I'll let that one sit. I sold the VFCs. I have one left. I kept one in the money, but I got rid of most of them. Everything expensive, but the eggs dropped and the peach just dropped, baby. Oh my goodness. We already talked about Boeing premium, but now no premium at all. You got Peach Nation, Chatatonia. Oh, nah. Oh, I need to go. I don't know. I need to get the seeds, bro. Holy fuck. All right. And then whoever, I will ask when I get through the calls to organize. I don't know who's going to plant the peach tree, or I'll save it. Do you want me to save it for you, Bradley? Bradley, do you want me to save the peach tree for you, or do you want one of the first sets of Chads do you want them to plant it for you? I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you, Peach Nation. I don't own the seeds yet, but I am going to acquire some peach seeds. So, yeah, again, this Saturday, I could get it planted, or we could wait until Bradley arrives. You need a peach tree too? Well, then start donating $1 every single day for the next 5 years, and we could discuss. But for the most part, Bradley is in a league of his own. So, that being said, the first set of Chads. Okay, amen. The pioneers. Let's go. All right, I got to add that to my list for today. You know that? I don't have that on my list. I need to get a peach seeds. That's it. Peach seeds. I'm writing it down. There it is. The pioneers. Amen. Yeah, you're B-Rad. It's a different Brad. The Chads who pay 99 cents should plant the peach tree. Or if they buy 100, they could plant 100. Dude, I think at that point, that becomes environmentally invasive. You know that? I think we would become an invasive peach species if we started doing that. We don't have that much land, bro. Calm down. ONDS? I don't know what it is. We haven't went over Nvidia earnings. I'll put out a preview tonight or on the watch list, but we were talking about setting up from it from last week. So other than that, I don't know what on this is. It looks like a small cap. I don't know. So the thing I don't like about it is that, you know, you're asking me about it 500% higher. So I don't know about it. Maybe it keeps going up another 500%, or maybe it comes down. But either way, it's like, yeah, I just don't know much, and it seems more warning signs than not. Yeah, it might be tied. If it's tied to drones, it'll get momentum, but those aren't going to be long-term ones. And then the thing about momentum is, like, you're not early. So, like, if you want to play the shitty ones, I would just pay attention, and you want to get in before the pump. Like, you guys remember, we were talking quantum at the beginning of the year. Again, we were talking MP at the beginning of the year. So, all I'm saying is, like, definitely no long-term. If you're going to try to gamble on them, you just got to identify. I hope all of you have this skill, and I hope you want to learn it, where you've just learned that, like, you're either late or not. So this one, you might not be late, but more things point to you being late than not, if anything. So that's how I feel about it. But good luck. A small peach tree is 120. Go with the tree, not the seed. Yeah, that might be easier, low-key. Now that I think about it. Higher chance of success. I'll see if they have one I could buy. I know a nursery nearby, next to the farm, so they might have one. ONDS a month ago? Yeah, that would have been the time. But like I'm saying, all of these, it just sucks because they're shit. Like, most of these And if you don't believe me, in a couple years, you'll notice all of these will be on the low. But while they're getting the momentum tied to the narrative, they're going to run. But then, yeah, that's it. Cracker Barrel should go back to old logo. You need to get the right variety. You can't go planting any peach. Why not? I just want to plant one peach tree in honor of Bradley Frizzle. Is it going to be that hard? Y'all don't, I can't do it? HKPT. Oh, dude, all of the China, I don't know if you heard it, China's ramping up again. So they're gambling again in China. There was another wave. That's why all of these like China gambling names have been going up, low-key. Yeah, the nursery will probably tell you, right? Equal weight new low? No way. Dude, today's a weird one. Like I'm saying, yesterday equal weight got smashed, but now today you're not even getting the same like Mag 7 one. So it's just really slow. But yeah, equal weight 7594. I mean, SPY, we are above 6400. Remember the other day, it's like low 63. That's the panic zone. So I don't think you got much to worry about. Energy. Damn, this thing's breaking out. I don't even know what it's gonna do. Because we were in the money on those. If you have the UUU, I made them free a while ago. But now they're like going crazy. But you either take the money or you push that shit. But that choice is yours. What's the ranch called? I don't know. We usually call it we usually call it long-term ranch, but we don't have a name for it yet. It's not official. Josh says nothing to worry about. Major event incoming. Sir. Do you think we're friends? Is that why you said that? Like, do you think we're homies? Huh. Hidden Valley is out of the question. It's taken, yeah. But yeah, I think we'll call it long-term ranch, but I technically haven't named it yet. So yeah, I haven't filed the forms. I don't have a sign. I don't have any of, all I have is like security signs that say I'll shoot you. That's it. That's all I put up. All I put up is signs that say you're being monitored. Violators will get shot. Yeah, bro, Nvidia is running now. It's kind of been like, what, 3% since it all started? Remember the other day when it was down? Core Weave on the high, finally. Core Weave just took $1 and change. It's actually not that many highs, only up by 0.4. That one is starting to move. UPS trigger. It dropped. I mean, that's a pretty big drop, but nothing at 3% yet. Am I going to brand the cattle with the bull? Do we have to brand them? I don't want to hurt them, even though I'm going to eat one, but I hope they live an enjoyable life up until then. I don't want to like give them a tattoo. I don't even have tattoos. Oh, you could tag them, yeah. Air tag? Yeah, bro, I'll put a gold chain on homeboy. Now we're talking. I'll get him a Cuban. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Bibsy. Yes, dude, Staples the last 3 days got murdered. I'm glad we made it free, though. We made those Pepsis free at the perfect time. The weeklies did not hit, though. Cattle rustlers will hit you in the middle of... What's that? That's crazy. I didn't... There's not a lot of cows, though, nearby. One of the other people have cows, but most people have horses. We're allowed to have cows, but there's more llamas. You know that? A lot of people have llamas. I drove by one last weekend, and I saw a llama farm. And I said, damn, that's pretty dope. They have cow pirates? Oh my goodness. Have I bought any seasonings for the steaks? No, I have not. No. We don't use seasoning. So yeah, I'll get some. I'm gonna get the food on Thursday or Friday. I was gonna get it the other day, but we're too early. Not alpacas. I think it was alpacas and llamas, but they were definitely like fucking like these little llama goat looking thingies. They were cool. And then Bonds on the low out of nowhere. That one's kind of weird. Yeah, Bond started flushing. I have not looked at the yen. Stu's live. I don't think there's a police chase. So that's not bad. Your girlfriend has a llama. No way. Are they hard to take care of or no? I don't know. I don't know what the llama game is like. No, I hate goats. I hate them. A pony partying in petting zoo. Nice. That's dope. Well, listen, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see the ideas after this weekend. I'll have more to update you on. It's either gonna be really good or really different or really bad. So yeah, get ready for this weekend. Well, maybe it'll take like a week because I'm gonna film, but not really. Like I'm not trying to like film, bro. Like I'm trying to hang out. That's the point. So yeah, well, we'll see where it leads us. Yeah, you can write off llamas. Anything with the farm is pretty much a write-off. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the farm equipment is 100% expensible. It's kind of nuts. All right. Again, a couple of tech names are moving. It's really been equal weight. Today is a weird day of both slowness, no real rotation, no nothing. You can't even get your hand on it. So at least it's green though. Could be a lot worse. I mean, Dow is the only one in the red right now, but like I'm saying, from the perspective of rotation, lagger, leader, very hard to put a finger on it right now. Wyndham. Oh, Baidu's at 93. That one, dude, all these China names, like I'm saying, China, even gambling headlines, it's kind of been popping up recently. Nvidia reports today. No, they do not. They are tomorrow after the bell. Oh, that kind of reminds me. So, I have to retweet it. I don't want to do this, but you guys keep confusing me. And I blame him for it, to be honest, but yeah, you guys know I need to retweet it. I'll put it on my Twitter right now, because you guys are emailing me and threatening me when it's not even me. You know that? So let me show you. I will have to retweet this. Well, some of you guys think I'm somebody else, and then you guys are just like, I'm gonna not do this and this, thinking it's me, or like you're trying to hold, like you're punishing me for somebody else's actions, and it's not me, unfortunately. I hate to break it to you. All right, here, let me go to the bathroom, and then I'll put it out on Twitter though. But yeah, you guys need to get the right info, and if people are posting right info, even if you think it's me, it's not. And I'm sorry if I even mentioned them in the past, but yeah, that's why everyone got to pay attention. And I noticed something too, bro, even on Twitter. It's all Twitter. Twitter is a very, very weird world, man. I learn more and more every day. But yeah, let me give me a sec. I'll get a tweet out, and then I'm gonna go pee, get me some propaganda, and yeah, we'll be good.
Joining us now from the White House is Bloomberg Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall. So Tyler, Katie and I are just wondering what's going to happen next. Like, are we watching at the Federal Reserve to see if she's going to go into work today? Is it possible that someone will block her? How does it look?
Well, that's going to be one of the biggest questions here, Matt, is what comes next here. But what's clear is that there are legal questions that need to be answered first, and that's probably going to define the path that we see this takes, because as you all know, there is a very high bar to remove a Federal Reserve official, a protection that was actually bolstered by the U.S. Supreme Court earlier this year. You'll recall they heard a pair of cases related to firings at other independent agencies, and the Supreme Court had ruled that the Trump administration was allowed to oust those officials, including one at the National Labor Relations Board, but did signal that it would shield Federal Reserve officials due to what they called the Fed's unique structure. Now, in order to remove a Fed official, I know you've been talking about it on this program, the White House would have to demonstrate what's known as cause. The thing is, cause isn't explicitly defined anywhere, though is historically meant to mean malfeasance or neglect of duties, responsibilities related to the job. And President Trump had outlined in his letter yesterday that the White House felt that it had sufficient cause, in his words, over these allegations of mortgage occupancy fraud. But at this point, it is really unclear whether or not that meets that high legal bar. And certainly to Cook, it doesn't seem that she feels that it does. We did get a statement from her through her attorney where she said that she does not believe that President Trump ultimately has this authority and that she isn't going to resign. It's really important, of course, for us to put into context here that no formal charges have been brought against Cook, though the Justice Department Department says that it's going to investigate this. But just to wrap up for your original question, the thing that we're all watching for here is whether or not Cook applies for this injunction, which would essentially reinstate her while the legal process plays out. That, of course, would have big implications for the day-to-day job, but also looking forward to that September meeting. So that's what I'm keeping my eye out for.
All right, Tyler, really appreciate your reporting. That is Bloomberg's Tyler Kendall. She is live outside the White House. Of course, it's interesting to be having these conversations, Matt, and seeing the non-reaction in markets right now. I mean, you have the S&P 500. It's been in a trading range all day, maybe a little bit of movement you saw in the bond market overnight, but yields pretty much unchanged on the 10-year yield because there's still a lot of questions. First and foremost is whether or not Trump actually has the authority to do this.
Yeah, it seems pretty unresolved right now, and that may be why we don't see a lot of reaction in the market. One place where we do see a lot of reaction is in Cracker Barrel shares.
Yes.
And this is also reaction to President Trump, though having nothing to do, obviously, with Lisa Cook. President Trump tweets out, Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, admit a mistake based on customer response, the ultimate poll, and manage the company better than ever before. They got $1 billion worth of free publicity if they play their cards right. And he's not wrong.
I don't think he's alone in that opinion. It seems like a reaction to the logo itself, politics aside.
Companies kind of, font and exactly so that, and one of the key catchphrases when they launched this was try shortcut before your bosses find out. In other words, do this, go to the beach. Your boss thinks you're working hard, but he'll never, or she will never know the difference because it looks exactly like what you could have done in 4 hours time.
So that whole World Series of Excel, the people actually compete for this, that's going to be obsolete.
So they actually used the model for that World Series of Excel, and it was able to do it.
Amazing. And just one more use case. We're going to start adding them up over time. LP, thank you. Leslie Picker. After the break, we'll go to Washington for the latest on the president's move to oust Fed Governor Cook. Plus, former Fed Governor Michigan's with us when Money Movers begins after this.
Man, I'm just trying to get some Cracker Barrel. No, propaganda. I think it's crazy, all of it. I thought they were going away. That's why I put that one on, and then the other one came on. But yeah, I'm typing it out. I have to post 2 on Twitter. I have 2 things on Twitter I need to put out there. So, but yeah, we could talk about it. It's already early, but I don't think we're gonna do much. And then if we do, we'll go from there. But yeah, it's related to wrong information. I am Josh, and Twitter is crazy. I don't know if I have time to type that one out, but you know what I found out this morning? Have any of you guys been on Twitter? And have you ever seen a Twitter account called Tyler Durden? Has anybody here? Let me see if I can show it to you. Well, the fake accounts is another one, but that's what I'm saying. There's the impersonators, which a Chad fell for, sadly, which we got to talk about. Yeah, but dude, okay, are you ready? No, dude, that account. No, dude, are you ready for this? Bro, this is so sad. I hate this. I get it now, even more, and I'm so pissed. Yeah, bro, that's not Zero Hedge. You all have been tricked. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That's not Zero Hedge, bro. No. Dude, this is why I'm getting really pissed at it. Because I didn't realize how deep this goes. Yeah, bro, we all fell for it, bro. So look, this dude, Tyler Durden, bro, this is a knockoff Zero Hedge. That pisses me off. I am not affiliated with Zero Hedge. I just like Zero Hedge. I interact with them. I like them a lot. They have great info. We have a lot of overlap info. There's some great stuff, but yeah, this pissed me off. This is not Zero Hedge. No. So the Zero Hedge writer goes by the name Tyler Durden, but yeah, dude, this is just some dude who copied it and is tricking you through association. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting sick of. And that's all. Bro, this is not Zero Hedge. It doesn't matter. No, because he knows the Zero Hedge name, and Zero Hedge is used part of the culture of the name Tyler Durden. So then somebody just made this account in 2020, whatever, 2021.
That's in the market.
Yeah, no, but think about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I've came across so many of these accounts. So there's a lot of people, like the Twitter investing world, there's just a lot of knockoffs. And that's why, like, I saw one of his tweets this morning, and I was like, yeah. Oh, I was like, that doesn't sound like Zero Hedge. And I go and I'm like, what the fuck? It's just some weirdo selling like Bitcoin shit, dude. And like Bitcoin technical analysis has nothing to do with it. But yeah, it's an imposter. It's taking advantage of like the brand and all of that. So here, now they got propaganda. I'll tell you the next one.
Now, you mentioned Washington here. Let's start there because we're waiting for the
crazy,
president and his cabinet members.
I thought it was Zero Hedge the whole time. It's not.
And the government's quest for equity stakes in private sector companies. Front and center, Eamon Javers is outside the Federal Reserve. Megan Casella outside the White House. Eamon, let's kick off with you. And really this issue of the legality over the firing of Lisa Cook. She says the president can't.
Yeah, Contessa, that's right. Let's bring you up to speed of exactly where we are right now. This is the front door of the Martin building of the Federal Reserve Complex. The Martin building is where all the Fed officials are now. You might remember the classic Federal Reserve headquarters building. That is under construction. That's just across the street from me. This is where a lot of the staff and members enter here at the Federal Reserve. We have had cameras out here since this morning. No sign of Lisa Cook yet, at least from street level. So we don't know if she's in the building at this point or not. We have no statement or comment from the Fed so far this morning as to whether Cook is in the building, intends to work today, or what her exact status might be. We do know that she put out a statement saying she's not going to resign. The question that we have this morning, and it's unanswered for now, is Lisa Cook on the same page on that decision as Jay Powell? We don't know exactly whether those two officials see the situation the same today. We imagine that at some point we may get a statement from the Fed, so we'll keep an eye out for that. But so far, we have no information from the Fed about what Lisa Cook's status is today. The legality of this is very much unclear. You raised the issue. You can expect now a series of battles in the courts, and that may echo the case of Rebecca Slaughter. Remember, she was the FTC commissioner who the president has been trying to fire all year. The FTC, also a similar sort of governmental body as to the Fed. The Fed has a unique status, of course. And so the question is, what happens with Lisa Cook? Well, Rebecca Slaughter may know the answer to that. I'll be speaking with her exclusively at 1 p.m. on CNBC later today. She has been fighting this in the courts. A lower district court reinstated Slaughter. Then an appeals court put that on hold. That situation is still in the courts right now. Slaughter says she's not going to give up. I spoke to her over text this morning. She texted me and said markets had better be paying attention to this. And the reason is because independence and checks on monetary policy independence are going out the window. So again, we'll wait and see whether we see any arrivals here this morning at the front door or whether we get any statement from the Fed about whether Lisa Cook is working today or what her status exactly is. Guys, back over to you.
Have you been able to determine if who would be in charge of keeping her out? If somebody wanted to support the action that the president is taking, how could they physically or digitally keep her out of the job?
Well, I mean, you need a key card to get in here, right? You need ID. This is a high security building. There, just a second ago, there were a bunch of police officers standing here who work for the Fed. There's a security gate inside. To get in the garage over here, similarly, a very big security presence. So the first step would be to tell security to deny her entrance to the building. We have no indication that that has or has not happened this morning. And then the second question is, in terms of her access to devices, laptop, cell phone, and the rest, could she work from home? Does her home have access to the Fed systems? Has that access been terminated or not? We don't know the answer to that question. We're trying to get those answers from the Fed this morning.
Okay, we have a whole team of people here at CNBC who are working on various angles of this, trying to determine the legality of it, what comes next, what the Fed response is going to be. Eamon, thank you for being on the ground there. We will continue to stay in touch with you. Let's get to Megan Casella, who's outside the White House. And Megan, you really have the market here trying to game out what comes next? What does this mean for Fed independence? What does it mean when the White House wants to take stakes in private sector companies, and we expect to hear more from the White House today?
Absolutely, Contessa. That is one of the biggest questions at this point, with Trump and some of his top administration officials openly saying over the past 24 hours or so that they would like to make more deals similar to the 10% equity stake that they took in Intel. So Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, he was the latest to go down that path this morning, telling CNBC he believes the key for which companies might be next is to look at where the government is adding fundamental value to firms. He also said there are active discussions going on about defense contractors.
Oh, there's a monstrous discussion about defense. I mean, Lockheed Martin makes 97% of their revenue from the U.S. government. They are basically an arm of the U.S. government. But what's the economics of that? I'm going to leave that to my Secretary of Defense and the Deputy Secretary of Defense. These guys are on it and they're thinking about it. But I tell you what, there's a lot of talking that needs to be had about how do we finance our munitions acquisitions.
Now, Lutnick went on to say that the way things have been done so far, at least with defense companies, has been a giveaway in his view. And the other big question, guys, is around this idea of a sovereign wealth fund. So Kevin Hassett told CNBC yesterday that more transactions like Intel's could be coming in order to establish that fund. But then Lutnick said today that they are not starting any sort of fund right now, that they're instead working on a national and economic security fund using investments from foreign countries. So it could end up being a distinction without a difference, but it is something to watch as we try to gauge, guys, which companies the administration might be trying to approach next.
It's interesting, the sort of brewing discussion about a fund, whether you want to call it a sovereign wealth fund or whatever, kind of collides with the notion, which is we think has been the top priority, certainly for the Treasury Secretary, Megan, and that has been reducing the debt.
Yes, absolutely. So we don't know at this point, despite an executive order being signed, I think it was back in February, establishing or at least looking into a sovereign wealth.
Thank you. The sovereign wealth. I have an idea with that too, but it's not there. Yeah, I had to go off real quick on two. It's not that big of a deal. Like I'm saying, I just noticed it a lot and I just want it to be simple. So yeah, I tweeted it. Go to my Twitter. Fast stock market news is not me, you guys. And it was Troy. It's the guy who used to watch the channel. He still watches and does all that. And I got love for him, but like not really. So I just don't fuck with him anymore. I don't wish him harm or anything, but like I'm not going to tolerate this, okay? He's the reason we partly got banned from Bloomberg and a lot of other things, but it's just, and I've helped him out and I just wanted to help, man. And now it's just getting weird. That's what I'm saying. I saw somebody make an account. I helped out. I gave you my following. I promoted you. I gave you thousands of dollars, and I didn't want anything. That's it. All I asked was for him to, and you could ask him. All I said was to spread free information. That's it. Go. I called him on the phone. I said, that's the mission. He said he was struggling with it too, and I helped. And now it's like, dude, it's wrong information. It's an AI bot. There's affiliate links. There's everything I do not stand for. And just a lot of you think it's me, and it's not me. So he's free to do whatever he wants, but I need to make it clear that I am not associated with that. It's wrong information, and you are going to be responsible for it. Do you understand? So that's why, like, you guys are in, like, I got emails. I got like 7, 8 emails where people are like, you're fucking me up in the morning. You're giving wrong info. Go read it. Even people are like, oh, this is Josh posting lessons. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing any of this, bro. I'm building a farm. Like, I have nothing, dude. That's why that every time I go on Twitter, bro, it's just like imposter network, and then another Chad gets scammed by one of these bots. So like I'm saying, man, if y'all need any clarity on it, that's not me. I don't associate with it. If I see you associating with it now at this point, I look at it a little weird. So do your thing, get your info, but again, you are responsible for that info. So that's why I'm like, man, this is becoming a lot. And then here it is, bro. This one's the worst one. This one is the worst one, bro. I hate this. And then another chat. He said, hello, Josh. I was a Twitch viewer. I migrated. And then I parted ways. You had an issue, YouTube. I asked the chat you asked to repost, and I did. And then weeks roll by. I got a follow from you on Twitter. saying you have a copy trading program. At first, I was highly skeptical and suspicious because you always stated you would never reach out. And honestly, I never really engaged in the chat unless it was a good morning or a question in the market, which would get lost in the chat. I fell for the scam once. They sent a voice message and it sounded just like you. They used AI. Long story short, I'm sure I got scammed by imposter. I need you to confirm your Twitter. My next move, I've given them about $20,000 of my savings. So yeah, thank you, Elon. Thank you, Sundar. Thank you, Neil. This is crazy. I posted on my profiles. We say, even if I tell people I won't respond, all of it, bro. All of it. Every single, that's why. And it sucks because I don't know. I don't know who I'm mad at. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not really mad at anybody, but like, do you get what this is very like, come on, bro. I hate it. I hate all of it. That's why, like, you guys don't realize, like, this is the thing that sucks, and I hope you all see it, is that, and this is where people misrepresent me, because I did all of this shit for free, bro. I have been. You could call out what we did at this year and everything else with the philo, but, like, you see people fucking with us, bro, and God is good. That's why we still here. But like I'm saying, bro, just, like, there's a lot of money, bro, and everybody wants money, and it's just, like, I don't even know who I'm mad at. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I really don't, because I don't know if I'm mad at Google, Elon. We've worked to prevent people. I don't know if I'm mad at the viewer for knowing who I am and still falling for it. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's just like, I don't even know if I'm mad. It's just a sad situation. Yeah, I wouldn't ask any of you for, I don't want anything. I don't want to deal with people, bro. That's why I'm even saying, like, there's no copy trading. I will teach you how to do it if you come and watch live. If you give me your time, I will give you my time, and I'm here. You can talk to me. Obviously, I'm strict, and there's a lot of other things, you know, but it's like, you know, if you really, really want it, I mean, I am here, and I will give it to you. But yeah, bro, this is heartbreaking. So be careful, you guys, and I can remind you all of this stuff. Like I'm telling you, you should know the character. You should know it's not me if there's affiliate links. You should know it's not me if it's asking you things, if it's standing against our beliefs. That's what I'm saying is, like, really important, because if you're really locked in, oh, it's so easy to tell everything. That's it. I don't do copy trading, bro. I don't have that. We don't have that available. That's it. You gotta be here. We don't even have stream alerts available for several months now. It's been over 3 to 5 months now. No, 5 months without stream alerts. So you can buy a $5 option thing. That's it. There's nothing else, man. And I want it that way. So yeah, simple as that. So be careful, you guys, and just, you see it, man. Everybody just wants money in this game. And it's just sad, the levels there. You know, again, people don't care about confusing you. They don't care about tricking you. They will misrepresent all of it. So you got to watch your back. But then again, too, like, you have your responsibility and you know it. And even if you still know the truth, you could still fall for stuff, bro. It's actually crazy. So, yeah. That's why I said I don't even know how I feel towards it, bro. I don't even know who I get mad at. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Tim posted a good one. Yeah, you all got the DMs, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you guys... And that's like the reality is that you're only, like we talked about the other day, man, you're only going to fall for it if you're like trying to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful. Just be careful. I did not think that many of you guys said that you fell for it early in the day. It wasn't mine, but you fell for some of the other ones. Meanwhile, Sundar is just tweeting fucking AI dogs. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They use the AI voice, though. So just be careful. You know what it is, though. That's the thing. Principle, character. I'm never going to ask you guys for shit. Like, trust me. There's not going to be any of those, like, you know. It's all very obvious, but if you're listening. But, like, if you only encountered me one time and then you're like, yeah, this guy's going to make me money. I've never talked to him. Let's do it. It's like, that's how you get scammed. That's how you're going to fall for it. And then again, but then some of you have been here for a while and then, you know, you're just emotionally, I know you want to believe it, but we're not going to do that. And, you know, at minimum, we have a farm now. So if someone's not inviting you to the farm, that doesn't make any sense. Like, for real, I would not ask you for $20,000 without meeting me, okay? Let's put it, how about that's another way? I won't ask you for anything, but now that we have a farm, maybe meet me first and call it a day. Or just confirm with me on stream, you know? Literally, I'm in the same place Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So, you know, maybe before, even if there's a membership, maybe spend $5 before spending $20,000. And, you know, just ask me on stream or during one of the slow times. I just gave him another way. Yeah, but like, it shouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't work. Like, at the end, there's no copy trading. There's no secret program. There's no nothing. So just do not engage and call it a day. Yeah, it's the same game, bro. This has been going on for like 5 years, longer. Since day one on YouTube, we have complained about this. And even in the world of AI, it's only gotten worse. I've never heard that. LinkedIn, they got your info and acted like your CEO, trying to get you to get gift cards for you. But brother, I need you to buy an Apple gift card for the corporate meeting. Please buy as many Apple gift card, Apple Cash. Thank you. Very important for today's meeting. I think gold is running. Yeah, it's waking up. We haven't done shit. We need a team gift card, please. Please get us a team gift card. That's a common one? Oh wow. I'm not involved in the LinkedIn world. That's amazing. That one. That's it. Most of it's all social though. So I forgot, wasn't it like SolarWinds? I think when that Microsoft one recently, they just did it by like social engineering the people that they called on the thing. All right. Coinbase on the high. Bitcoin was running a little earlier. We haven't had a headline in a minute. Coinbase is ripping. Yeah, that's why I put up Bitcoin. Bitcoin got a little mini candle, but then Coinbase and some of the other ones are moving right now. Yeah, and then MSTR, SPYs at VWAP. I mean, big tech is very odd. Technically only the Dow. Let's see where the equal weight. That one just keeps going back and forth. Where is it? STZ on the low. Is it popping because of Crocs? I don't, what is there? Nuke the Iron Dome. That sounds familiar. Yeah, that really went crazy. That's a trigger. 5%. That's crazy. It's down like that, though. Most of them went up. And that's what I was telling you. That's what you guys got to be careful for. That other one he asked me about, it looked just like that, where it starts really low, does the 1 month, hits the crazy level. That's what I'm worried about. So some of them you might be able to get in and benefit off of it, but do you see, what was that other one you asked me? ONMD or whatever? That's what I was telling you. I'm like, yeah, it's not a long-term play, but just keep it. I don't know if you're late or early. So that's what you got to be careful for. Because I remember this one tied in with all the Kronos and all the, or Katos and all of that. I don't know if Katos went down, did it? No, look, Katos went up. So look, this was one of them in the same space, but this one just stopped and now they went up. So yeah, that's the problem. That's why I'm telling you, it's like, yeah, you might be able to get in. Just, you got to be careful. Think about safety. Definitely not long-term, though. I mean, one of these might end up becoming a killer long-term play, but while you're in the early days of everyone just buying it for hype, and then they were kind of all trash, it's not as safe, so you got to be careful. But that's what I'm telling you. It just, you could see the difference there with Nuke. And now that one's halted moving up, so maybe it gets a move. At least you won't be late on this one, relatively speaking. But if it keeps going down and doesn't pick up, then there you go. They launched defense subsidiary and secure U.S. distribution with Blade Ranger. But no government one. Trump's VR company takes stake in Polymarket at $1 billion valuation. Oh, man. I just sleep better at night. Don't worry, guys. As they're making the gambling much more normal in society, even the predictions, but I sleep good at night. Lawyer for Fed Cook says will file lawsuit challenging the firing. Gemini 2.5. Yeah, I think that's what Sundar. Remember, I was just saying Sundar's like tweeting. He's tweeting dog pics. And meanwhile, I'm like, Sundar, my viewers are getting scammed on your platform because your AI can't stop AI. It's so weird. You know that AI is so good, you can't stop AI. You guys, bro, we made so much technological advancements that raised the market cap up 3 trillion. You cannot even stop a fake bot. That's how, wow. I love it. I love it. Gemini charges credits. Gemini is expensive. All of them do. Like, that's the funny part with AI. Is like some of the models, if like you buy the monthly, most people don't use it enough. But then there's like power users. So there's some people who have bought like a $200 subscription, and then they coded their AI to just give them like $20,000 a month of work. So it's kind of crazy. So, but Gemini is expensive. At least with the video and the audio or the image, they charge a lot, but it's like credits and then monthly. I think, did you guys hear Meta wants to buy Midjourney? That, I think, could be big. Well, that was a fascinating one. I'm waiting a little bit. Gemini, or what's it called? VO? Is insane. Google VO is like nuts. It's really, really good. You have to have like expertise though, coding it. Nuke unhalted, 23%. It's a pump article, unfortunately. I'm not a big fan of it because that article reads, that headline read good, but it reads like a government deal, but I don't think it is. So that's why they could be down while the other guys got the government money. They might not be, but it's up 34. It's going to get halted again. It's still not halted yet, but yeah, we've been watching that. Good call out, Blue. We got it on the halt, but like I'm saying, that headline is interesting. It says secures exclusive U.S. agreement, but that's with Blade Ranger. So it sounds like it's a government deal, but it's not. You get what I'm saying? That's what I don't like about that. If it had a government deal, I probably would have played it. But yeah, no, Google is really dope. Like, you can make movies, bro. But like, give it a couple more months, or if you have prompting experience, you have to know how to prompt it. You have to literally, it's like a mix between prompting and screenwriting. It's crazy. I've seen it. I have good templates for it, but I'm just not skilled enough yet to do it. So I'm waiting till they make it easier. But Google VO is gonna be insane. That's one for AI video editing that I think is phenomenal. Like, is actually one of the best. Dude, I saw one day, dude, I clicked on a YouTube video. I was on a different phone, so I didn't have premium, and I got an ad. Bro, it was literally a health ad with an AI ad. It was the craziest thing. Or it was like have any of you seen it? It's like a nasal cleaner, and it's a lady on an ad for a nasal decongestion cleaner, and it's an AI bot. It's the craziest thing. So it's like an AI VO video, and they're like, I love this. Ever since buying this, it eliminated all the germs. It was worth every penny. And I was like, holy fuck, this is an AI. Have you seen that one? You know what I'm talking about? Bro, it came up on YouTube randomly, and I was tripping. I was like, dude, yeah, Navaj. Yeah. That's an AI. Yeah, you saw it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, bro, that ad is trippy. It's straight up in AI, and I was like, whoa, I wonder, like, because whoever's putting that AI, like, dude, they made it, and they're spending money running it. So that means it's working. If you see that ad in, like, another couple weeks, that means it's working. That's a trip. That means that AI video is selling shit, bro. One minute, Euro close. The bell's ringing. I get that sometimes too. Oh yeah, I gotta turn that off. I forgot. You made funny videos but spent way too much. Yeah, it's expensive for the credits. quiet for a little. Do you hear that? Yeah, Core Weave, that first run up, it went up that $1 or $2 and then it's just melting up since there. BTI, we had a BTU headline yesterday. Today is all about the materials though. UUU came down. And then VFC. Yeah, no, the price will come down on the videos down the line. You're spreading the word to your patients. The harvest is good and bad. You know that? Just don't get fired. You got to make sure that you don't like violate, because I know people get really mad. So I don't know if you're allowed to, but good, bro. I like that a lot, man. You know, and I think operate within, you know, the law, obviously, and hopefully it's there. But you know, if they ask you, bro, and you're in a very interesting spot. So that's amazing, bro, and God bless you. Look at this guy. He's saving lives and saving souls. There's a difference. Amen. Amen. Starting an AI business, it's a tax write-off. They're like, so what is this deduction for $1,000? It was a beta test of a penguin shaped as a lion doing a vlog. We had to... No. It's we were trying to sell cold cuts. What? It doesn't with a penguin lion? It's marketing ad. I feel you, bro. Just document it. You know that? I be doing donuts in the G-Wagon on the farm just in case. And they're like, you didn't. If any IRS motherfucker, I got all the videos. I'll be like, what do you mean, bro? This is a work truck. Like, literally. Like, no exaggeration, bro. I've been fucking up all these cars, bro. It's just kind of sad. I didn't get dude, I don't have a golf cart or a quad yet. So I'll just let you guys pick it. Whoever ends up taking care of the farm, I'll just let you go shopping for a quad. Because the guys told me, the cop who lives down the street, he told me don't buy anything and leave it there unless it's like in the garage or once people know you have one. Because people be jacking razors. So bro, somebody jacked the cop. You know that? Somebody jacked one of the cops' razors. They stole his $30,000 razor. And he was a police officer. I was like, what? He told me how he got them. Do you know how he ended up getting them? He had to wait 9 months. Because there was a cigarette butt. Yeah, dog, this story's crazy. There was a cigarette butt. And he ran it and he made them go and get DNA. And it takes 9 months from the DOJ, he says, for any like DNA evidence. And then 9 months later, they got the DNA. And then the DNA was tied to like a CC&I, like a criminal record. And then they found the dude, and then they found all the stolen shit. Off of, yeah, the guys, so they jacked his shit. And then they Tesla. Yo, Tesla. Big red on Tessie. Tesla. I don't know what the news is. Okay, it's getting bigger. Tesla. All right, the premium's already jumped right there. I mean, it's $1. It's actually not the biggest. It just looks big because Tesla hasn't moved, but yeah, $1 drop. Be on the lookout for an Elon or a Trump headline. I'm checking the wire. I don't see anything. That was big, but it's not. Like I'm saying, it's not 1%. It's not 3%. It's just $1.50 in one candle out of nowhere. It just looks massive considering it hasn't moved. So I'm saying they jumped the contracts, but they don't look favorable. If it slips up 2%, they'll be favorable, but if not, you're chilling. Yeah, I don't see anything. Check Elon's Twitter. He's like, oh yeah, check out this sexy AI bot. Shut up, Elon! Fucking. That's literally what it's been like this last month, bro. It's been like, oh, what's Elon? Check out this sexy AI bot. Oh, with Grok 3. Oh, yeah, Valentine. Oh, gosh. So yeah, Elon don't have a tweet. Elon got nothing. Dry. Like I said, it's small. Don't get scammed unless it goes though. You get 1.5, you might have something. Airlines on the high. Well, actually, the funny part though, for all of you guys coming out for the meetup this weekend, it came as part of the deal that I did, but like we are gonna be pairing you guys up with your own AI companion when you arrive. So yeah, we can't talk too much shit. I'm kidding. I don't know. I didn't want to let that one linger too long because then someone'd be like, really, Josh? We're getting an AI companion? No, you're not. You're not. It's a joke. It's a joke. You're not. No. Oh, it could be someone selling or quitting. I like that. That's a good idea. Because we've seen that a few times, and that might be on par. You thought I was serious? No. But I don't know, bro. Ivy, you got one of the girls calling me a woman hater now. You know that? Ever since we talked about like how we would do, I don't know how we're gonna set it up with the women, and I was like, you know, trying to be concerned about the women, and I was like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't put like 50 males and 1 female in a remote property. I don't know. I don't have bad people, but yeah, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like, I get it. You know, women's safety. I got sisters. I got a mom. I agree. And then, yeah. And then now I'm called a woman hater by one of the girls who wanted to go. Yeah, bro. So, yeah. Jiggly called me the woman hater. Yeah, I saw that in the comments. I said, what? And then, but yeah, other than that, we're good. I know. You call me a woman hater after I try to save you on your real estate. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll see. Good luck. Because I hope it works. But yeah, we got to figure that out. No, we don't have Trump. Yeah, I know it's a joke. That's what I'm saying. But I know somebody's going to be like, Josh hates women. What did he say? We're not invited for now. I mean, I'm down with it. I just, like I said, I don't. That's it. I'll just like arm you guys. Every woman comes, I'll give you guys a sword. I don't even know what I'm saying, but because I'm like, I don't know. I think it's chill though. For so far, after looking at the like list so far, I like the list, so it does seem safe. I said we'll give you guys like a sword and sword training, or a taser. You know that I got my girl a taser. That's it. Just nothing will strike fear in their hearts. I got just the sound of it. Just the sound of a taser, that's enough to back up. I might do that. I might just bring out the taser before I ban some of y'all. I'll just play a taser sound to warn you, because that's enough to correct behavior. A nice breakfast lunch spot in San Diego? Yes. Where are you right now? Are you there right now? But there's a place, it's very decadent. It's in La Jolla. It's near the beach. Oh, it's called Sugar and Scribe, I think. Is that what it's called? It's fire. But it's like super sugary, hence the name. Yeah, Sugar and Scribe, Fay Avenue. That's it. Very good shit. They have these like little griddles too. That's a great breakfast spot. There's a lot of spots in downtown, but some of them are kind of, you know, they're either crowded or like kind of inconvenient. Taco shop is good, but not for breakfast. Yeah, Sugar and Scribe in La Jolla. That place is dope. That's a good breakfast brunch spot. That one has a line too, but then you're like right next to you guys could go walk on the beach right after. And then it's good food. The skillet's good, and then if you like pancakes and shit, and then they got good drinks. Yeah, Morning Glory. It's kind of overrated, and then it's like, it's one word off from a very, very disgusting sexual joke that I just don't want to eat there. I can't. I've been there once, and then once it clicked in my head where I was, I just said, fuck this, bro. You guys don't get it? The place is called Morning Glory. It's a breakfast location, and it's extremely popular. Do you know what that is a play on words of? It never clicked? I know, bro. I didn't, bro, imagine me in there, and then it clicked, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know, then God bless you if you don't understand what that means. That's good for you. You're innocent. But, yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not eating breakfast. I don't even want to eat anymore. Yeah, bro, it's not. It's overrated. Everybody, like, waits a long time for it, so... It wasn't that. I like Sugar and Scribe better. It's La Jolla. I don't know. Or just go to the fucking, dude, go to Crack Shack in downtown for breakfast. They have breakfast. Crack Shack will have it. Sugar and Scribe. Yeah, you've never been? It's there. It's very good. Yeah, or I don't know if you're interested. There's a place called Cracker Barrel. I heard they have great breakfast ever since they redesigned. I don't know. I think it's vegan. I'm not too sure. I've never been. Boeing has not requested FAA to increase 737 MAX production. Yeah, bro, Breakfast Republic is solid. I'm not against that. That's always, there's like 3 of them. Get dizzy. I'm telling you, Sugar and Scribe that's probably your best bet. So I hope it's a good one for your girl's birthday, bro. Yeah, Parakeet is actually good. Parakeet's not like a fancy restaurant. It's like a place you just go in real quick. But yeah, it's actually really good. Oh, I put up 2 Tessies. I wanted Nvidia. Bro, we're like chilling today. I don't know what to tell you, brother. You're chilling. Tiger on the high. K-Web. And then again, airlines, Delta, that's the second airline I've seen pop in the last like 5 minutes. First it was Southwest, and now look at Delta with the stick. It's 0.5%, but, and then Southwest is still going too. I don't know if oil is down. That could be it. Wells Fargo. All right, banks next. A comment box for the ranch? Hell yeah. We don't need a comment box. If you're there, let's do it. That's what I'm saying. So hell yeah. I need to get the book though. I don't know where to find it. I thought I could get it in person, but that might be delayed. I'm trying to find like a big old English like hardcover textbook with empty sheets in it. You know what I'm talking about? I want it to look like a gigantic old school hardcover Bible, but I want it to be like a sign-in sheet where everybody can write it down, and then I'm gonna bolt it to somewhere on the property. So even if we sell it, it'll turn into real property instead of chattel. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but shout out my real estate agents. You know what I'm saying. They know, all my real estate people know what's up. Yeah, it'd be like a Chad Ledger. Do you know what chattel is? I had to have this talk the other day. I forgot where it was, because like it came up, and it's funny because like I used like dumb words, and you guys will like, you hear my language. But then like I heard it was brought up, it was like on one of the little documents, and I just started using the word chattel normally, and my girlfriend was like, what the fuck are you saying? And I'm like, chattel, like you don't know? She's like, no, what do you say? I'm like, oh, no, not cattle, chattel. It's a realist, it's like the original language of like personal property. Yeah, it's called chattel. That's like the legal term. And then in real estate, it's called chattel. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that, but chattel. That's why so I say once we bolt it, if we could turn it into real property, it doesn't become chattel anymore. There's chattel, and then there's real property, and then like the land and all that. That's why, bro. You know that I could sue the seller for the farm. I might. They're kind of. It's not worth it, but I might, because they took something they weren't supposed to. So there was shit that was in the property. They took one of the rings for the horses, and I was like, bro, you can't do that. I was like, what are you guys doing? I was like, that is not what we agreed on. So, but I don't really care. Fuck them. I just want to move forward. And the seller took half offense. But like, so I don't know, man. It's annoying. It's annoying because it's worth money. Like, that's what I'm saying. I already talked with the lawyer, and I could do it, and it might be worth it, but then I just don't want to deal with something else. But like, it's annoying because sometimes they'll take enough where it's not worth it, but then if they do something like that, like, depending on how much we're talking about, bro, that's a lot of fence, dude. That's a lot of, like, I think my ring, like, at worst, it could cost me like $4 or $5 grand, or it's like, we don't really care. But then it's like, you got to go through the process, all of it. At least they did it in the walkthrough, bro. They did it afterwards. That's why I was like, bro, that's theft. I was like, you guys are not allowed to do that. Yeah, you could call them and ask them back, but like, I just don't like, like I told you, I don't like dealing with people, especially when they're weird. Because like, once I'm like, all right, bro, if you were willing to already take that and act that weird, you're just cuckoo. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like even then, that's what I'm saying. The Troy shit, weird, bro. The YouTube, it's easier to just move on, bro, than to even be dealing with those types of people. Because if that was in your mind in the get-go when you started, it's like, yeah, you're probably, like, that's what I'm saying. Why did they think that was correct? So I'm like, this person is going to be batshit. So we'll see. But I don't think I'm going to sue him. But I could. That's crazy, though. It happens more often. I haven't had it happen in a long time because I haven't been buying, like, crazy properties like that. Most of the properties I'm buying as is, so they don't even want to take anything. And then the ones that are nice, like, they're already nice. Like, no one's pulling that shit. Dude, it's the weirdest shit, bro. People will, like, agree on stuff and then they'll just take it. And you're like, why did you do that? It doesn't make any sense. What happened? Well, I feel bad explaining it because then you guys are gonna, like, I don't want him to think I'm just, like, going after him, but I just don't fuck with the kid no more. That's it. I don't like him. And then what I'm really trying to make clear today is I am not him. That's it. I am not that Twitter account. And people keep trying to, like, willfully confuse shit and, be subtle about it. And it's just like, that's it. And his info has hurt people and they're emailing me and trying to blame me, but you should blame yourself. I've made it very clear. I've not been associated with him for a long time now. So if you need me to keep telling you, that's fine. And sucks that he has to keep hearing it. But yeah, I don't fuck with him. He sold out in many ways. And I am not that Twitter bro. So please, again, even Bloomberg has thought it was me. Other people, and like I'm saying, people are getting wrong info. And then they have the audacity to email me. So it's just like, no, please, that's not me. I'm not that. I don't do that. He sells affiliate shits. He puts out all of that. I don't do any of that. And you guys know I don't. So it's just like, come on. Like, why are we playing this game? And it's just confusion, bro. I don't like people who add to confusion. I want clarity. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's not me. That needs to be made clear for some of you not getting that. And then again, if the information is wrong in a stock, I take offense to that, especially if you used a lot of people in this group. And that, because like I'm telling you, accurate thought is important. So if you're incorrect, that's unfortunate, but you do pay the consequence. And like I'm saying, I don't take responsibility. I'm free from that. So yeah, you guys got to do your thing, bro. Just do your thing. No, I don't. You have nothing to apologize for. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, just be careful. You're getting wrong info. That's it. And it's just not me. And I don't want that tied to my reputation. Like I said, I'm sorry for ever mentioning him to you guys and giving you the confusion. But you saw how I did it. I was just trying to help a kid. That's it. He watched the channel. He said he wanted to do what I did. I liked it. And I was like, I'll help. That's what I do to anybody. Anybody who listens and locks in, I help. And a lot of times people take advantage of it. And that's okay. That's why God has continuously blessed me. You guys notice that? It's okay. All the people, all the negative shit, it's fine, bro. I've done shit with a good intention. And then I've learned, because intentions aren't always it. So it's like, yeah. That's all. I helped out. I tried to, and then it's gotten sour and ugly and weird, but I just don't want to be tied to it anymore. And that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry for even linking it in a way. I was trying to help somebody, but that person I tried to help, I don't think they have your best interest in mind anymore. And this continuous behavior shows it. From the offerings on that page to the wrong information, and now I have to work harder. I'm literally working harder to get you guys the right information that I was already working hard to give you. You see what I'm saying? Imagine waking up in the morning. I have my own system that compiles and puts this all together with a real human. And it's clear, it's accurate, it's ahead of the world. And I have to put that work together. And then somebody is going through that in the morning, and then they're getting confused by somebody they think is associated with me when they're not, or then they're not locking in, taking the wrong info, and then 30, 40 minutes later after the bell, I have to explain it, or my email is filled with people, and then I got people threatening to never subscribe to me, saying, I can't believe I paid you for anything. And it's like, what did I do? I woke up, I do what I do every day. That wasn't me, bro. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I try to help someone out, and now you think it's me, but it's not. And I wouldn't do that. I would not wake up that early to give you guys the wrong info. That's just, I don't get that. So like I'm saying, it's made me, it's made it harder to educate people in the mornings because they're getting the wrong info. I have people asking me about GDP, or they'll ask me about data that didn't even come out. I had 2 days ago, somebody emailed me getting mad about Apple earnings. I was like, bro, that was a week ago. What the fuck are you saying? And then they send me a screenshot. I'm like, that's not me, you dumbass. So it's just like, come on. I just want to make it clear. And I think if you guys want to help me, you can make that clear too. And just, if all of you are interacting in a way, I think it gives the wrong message. But I just wanted to get that clear. And then again, that's why I'm like, even in the same respect, the same weekend, it's all Twitter, bro. I'm seeing people get scammed off Twitter off of fake Josh impersonators. And then I go and I come to find out on Twitter, bro, there's so many accounts that I thought, that's what Twitter is home of. I thought there was all of these finance accounts, bro, and I thought they were tied to legitimate organizations, and they were not. It's just people who use the name or will use the image of it, and then that's it. But it's not real. It's actually crazy. That's it. And let me put it this way. It's very simple. If you want me to teach you something and help you, I will. And I will give you some top tier shit. But here's the reality of it. The people who really want to go to Wall Street end up on Wall Street. For real. Ask anybody in here. I have at least 50 people working for JP Morgan or working for quant firms or somewhere else on there. At least 50. A good 200 to 300 already in the big banks, just from the cult. You see, so it's very simple. You're either going to end up on Wall Street or you're going to end up selling shit to people because you didn't go to Wall Street. That's it. Make your choice. It's very obvious. That's what I've been saying. So, and that's why I'm very proud. But that's why we got to close the gate and we got to separate the gap even more, because I want to see more success and I want people to really be about it and be there for the right thing, you know, because if you do that, you're going to be great. If not, it's just like, yeah, you'll spend a lot of years, and if you don't take advantage of it in the right way, I mean, you're going to turn into one of them. I mean, that's just what happens every time. I've been about FSMN. It's about that and many other things. The scammers, that it ties in. I don't think he's that bad, but it ties in almost directly, though, sadly. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it reminds me of Moo. Like, some of you guys, like, I've really got love for you, and I'm trying to be nice, but your behaviors are terrible, and I just don't want to associate with it. I don't want to be around it. I don't like it, and it's wrong. That's it. It's just flat out wrong. That's why I'm like, hey, do your thing, and people are going to keep asking me, but I hope you see deep in my heart, I'm being nice about this all. God, and I don't want to be mean, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, this is fucked. Y'all acting way too out of pocket, but it's okay. You can, but that's like, you will deal with that. And then for those of you who are paying attention, just make your mind up. Like I'm saying, why are you here? You're either going to end up on Wall Street, you're going to end up with everything you want, or you're not. That's it. You're gonna end up working for Wall Street in a negative way, or you're gonna work for it in a positive way to serve you. because I want to buy a house one day. Good, you will. But that's what I'm saying, though. You got to live in it. For real. And that's why, too, when the opportunity comes, and that's why, like, other things, don't take the bait. That's what it is. Don't take the bait. And that's what we saw with the impersonators, you know? Like, the guy who did it you deep down, y'all know who I am. I think you do, and I think you know what I do. But it's just like, something deep down, it might be like, wow, maybe this is it. Wow, maybe I'll get a shot. Like, no, bro. Just the shortcuts are gonna cut you. It's like, I don't know. The shortcuts are gonna shorten you, and just don't fall for it. That's it. That's really all it comes down to. And that's what I'm saying. If you're really committed to any goal and you avoid the temptation to take those shortcuts, I think you're gonna be fine. The question, I saw your questions. I ignored it because you were asking me a bunch of random shit the last 5 days. And these are all easy questions. And now you're going to start coming at me that I'm ignoring you. Now I'm banning you. It's very simple. Your question is, where is the watch list? It's the same place it's been for several months or several years. Nothing has changed. So I don't appreciate that. But it's okay. I have been compensated for it. $4.99. Thank you. Nuke is still going, bro. That doubled up. That's 100%. White House tweets out logo of Cracker Barrel with Trump on it. That's funny. Where is he? Dude, that whoever runs that White House page, dude, is a comedy, as a comic. You know that? I swear, bro, they got Tim Whitman running this account, bro. Here it is, posted by the White House Twitter. America first. America is back with Uncle Trump. There it is. It's 10 out of 10. Telling you, I swear it's Tim Whitman, bro. Because they got Tim behind there, just like, yo, check this out. Trump says something, and he's like, yo, check this out. He already got the image. He's like, yup, Apple. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Yeah, there's an Apple special event. I don't think that's why it's moving, but we did get a little lift. Yeah, and then the NVDA. Where did the new CEO come from Cracker Barrel? But then why are we even talking about Cracker Barrel? And I saw the letter this morning, and it was terrible. She like wrote like this big letter, and it sounded like they were apologizing, and they were like, "That's why we're gonna continue to keep doing what we're doing." You join to say you're right about putting your mind to something. People hear it all the time, but it's so real. Amen, brother. I love it. I love that. You know why? Because I think it's genuine. And I think that you probably had your first experience with it. So that's good, brother. I'm glad. I'm very, very glad. And I agree completely. I don't say these words for no reason, man. So hell yeah. I love it. And there's more. There's more to come. More knowledge. More fruit, my brother. So keep going. And I'd love to hear that. You got half Big 7 down, half Big 7 up. NASDAQ a quarter, 0.19. Dow barely red. And then SPY barely green. Let's play equal weight roulette. Equal weight is red. Dude, that's what I'm telling you. Half the time I check it is green. Half the time I check it is red. So, I don't know. We'll play that in another hour. And we'll spin the equal weight wheel. And see. Oh, you're going to play push-ups? Is it? Oh my gosh, we missed push-ups. It's already 9? Oh man, so many things to go over. I can't, Chad, we're having a meetup. Do you guys realize that? I can't believe it. So that's good. I can't believe that. We have nothing for today. You've already gone through all the data. So yeah, let's see. You could call it the strangest secret in the world. Amen. Madden or 2K? It's probably Battlefield. Can't wait for the updates. So yeah, we're gonna update afterwards. So the tickets or the chat fax is closed right now. So we have already filled them up. It's unfortunate because I could already tell by looking at the order list that some of you just did not listen to the rules, which it's okay. But I'm not gonna reopen it up. So unfortunately, it's not gonna be 25 people because like I'm saying, we sold only 25 instead of 50, but now it's gonna be like I'm saying, I don't know if everyone's gonna make it on that one. Yeah, learning experience, but I'm honestly more excited about it just because it takes off responsibility for people not following the rules. Because like I'm saying, bro, we can't handle. I'm going very slow and very, very intentional, and I'm glad I am. That's why, even if it leads to a cash burn or whatever, I mean, that's why we work so hard. But it's like, yeah, so that part is done now. So the next update you're gonna get, it's gonna be after the meetup. So yeah, and then we're gonna see what happens after that. So yeah, everything that the last 4 weeks of videos have led up to this weekend. That's what's crazy to think about. There's like 5 weeks of videos, and then yeah, so then we'll see, and then depending on what happens, good, bad, new ideas, implementation, maybe people to introduce. I don't know. I have no idea. This is kind of like a reality show without the cameras set up yet. So, but I am documenting it for you, and yeah, we'll see. So next video will be afterwards. I'll try to get some clips, but I'm still debating on whether or not we bring out a camera crew for the first one, because like, I don't know. I've been many places and I've done many things in life, and like, that's what I'm telling you is that I don't know. I don't want to have a camera crew because until we like have a plan for like a show or something, just because like I don't want it to be about the camera. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all this whole time. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to kick it. Like, this is like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. We've have a good community. It's been a long time. I love this property. So I just want to kick it. I'm just trying to chill, bro. So that's why it was, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to find out and see. And after we find out what goes on, then this process, we'll see where stage 2 is. But like, that's why I say I don't want it for the cameras. I just want to hang out. I'm not trying to advertise, not trying to show anything. I just want to chill, bro. So I look forward to it. I might, yeah. I'll just film. I'm gonna just have my phone. That's how I've been filming the videos lately. You know that? I just film it on my iPhone. I have a camera and all that, but it just sometimes it's just so much easier on the iPhone. You hope everything goes smooth? Yeah, you better. You're coming. I hope so too, man. I hope so too. You have a different vested interest in it, Juvraj. So, hey, man, you got some control over that. Let's go, baby. I hope so, too. Trump's live? Yo, shit, I forgot. They have a cabinet meeting. That's crazy. The headlines haven't even hit yet.
It's just incredible. But the country is
so
doing
usually
well.
his
We're
headlines hit
respected all over
while
the
he's
world,
talking,
like,
but this just went
like never
live.
before,
It seems like he's been talking.
Went to NATO, as you know, and they went from 2% to 5% of GDP. Nobody expected that, and the difference is they didn't pay the 2 and they paid the 5. So, and as you know, we are selling a tremendous amount of equipment to NATO. We're not spending any money, we're making money, but I don't want to talk about making. I want to talk about we're no longer involved with funding Ukraine, but we are involved with trying to stop the war and the killing in Ukraine. So we're selling missiles and military equipment, millions and millions, and ultimately billions of dollars to the NATO people, where I'm very friendly and we have a great relationship, but that was an amazing trip. So they're funding the entire war. We're not funding anything. I think it's an important point to make because a lot of people don't understand that. And we will continue to do that, and we're trying to get as much as we can for them. They want the American product. The American military product is by far the best in the world, and that's what they want to get. They have lots of options, but that's what they want to get. So the factories are doubling up and tripling up where they make the Patriots and other really, you could say, defense and offensive weapons. The wages for blue-collar workers are now rising at the fastest rate in 60 years, which is so important to all of us around this table. The average American worker has already seen a $500 wage increase this year, and there's no inflation because there's been decreases, tremendous decreases, with thanks to Doug and Chris, and some of the people, the great job they've done with energy. Thank you very much, and Chris, thank you very much. I see you down.
Yeah, bro. Why does he hate defense so much?
And you'll be breaking that pretty
He's been going off on defense.
And that has a huge impact.
It's the Department of War.
Groceries are down.
Howard.
Energy is way down.
Howard, you need to change. We don't. It's not just defense. We have offense. Our weapons can commit offense.
Gasoline.
Why do we call it
And now
defensive?
it's probably $2.25.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's some places
Please
it's $2.
change
it. It broke $2 at a couple of locations in the South.
Damn, we got $1.99.
Where they charge such high taxes, it's higher.
He
but
said
it's still much
$2.
lower
I don't know if
than
that
what
counts.
It was a year ago. So energy's way down. Groceries are way down. Eggs are way down. Thank you very much, Madam.
What about cattle?
Secretary, you've done a great job.
I'm trying to start a farm over here, sir.
Came in, the eggs were through the roof. They were 4 times higher than they've ever been. And my first question from you people were, what are you going to do with eggs? I said, what's the problem with eggs? That was caused by Biden, or whoever was operating the auto pen actually caused it, I guess, because I don't think he knew too much about eggs. Factories are booming compared to before.
The Meta glasses could only film 3 minutes at a time.
Auto production is going to be,
and then it fills up the memory pretty quick.
It's going to be so thrilling in 2 years when you see the numbers. Because they're building plants all over the country. They're all coming in because
there is a hack, though. I'll tell it after he's done. They don't want to pay the
tariffs. And if they build their plant here, they don't pay the tariffs. And they're pouring into our country.
He's
and
talking
you know
autos.
about AI and you know about other, but the auto plants.
Okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom, but be on lookout for anything he says. If you get any runners, just put it up.
The auto plants are pouring into the United States of America. They're coming from Mexico. They're coming from Canada. And they're coming from Europe, all over Europe. And it's been pretty amazing. So factories are booming. And when they actually open, right now they're booming in terms of construction. This is something given to me by Mark Zuckerberg. And you'll see this is AI now. These are, I never understood. I said, well, because I built shopping centers, and for $50 million, you can build a very nice shopping center. So I never understood when they said $50 billion for a plant. I said, what the hell kind of a plant is that? But when you look at this, you understand why it's $50 billion. So this is one he's building in Louisiana. That's Meta, Facebook, as people understand it to be. But look at that, that's the size of Manhattan. So that's superimposed over the island of Manhattan. It takes up a big part of Manhattan. I think they say 81% of Manhattan. So these are big things, and they're going up. A lot of them are going up now. I don't know that big. Actually, Mark is building 4 of them, and others are building similar places. And when these things open up, I'll tell you what, our country, we're leading China now in AI, substantially leading China. And the reason is because we're letting them build their own electrical facilities. We would need double the energy that if you take all of the electricity that we produce right now in this country, you'd have to multiply it times 2 or maybe 3 times. So 3 times more than we have right now for everything, to operate your toaster and everything else, okay? 3 times more. And the way we are able to succeed, because China goes out and builds these massive plants. They're right now building 58 coal, in this case, almost all coal-fired plants. And coal is back with this country too, by the way. You know, there's a reason they use it, because it's good. It works for them. And we call it clean coal. We don't call it coal, we call it clean, even very clean coal. But we have coal going up, we have nuclear going up. Nuclear is very much in vogue now. It's safe and inexpensive and great. We don't allow windmills. We're not allowing any windmills to go up. I mean, unless there's a legal situation where somebody committed to it a long time ago, we don't allow windmills. And we don't want the solar panels that I was speaking with the secretary about, because they take up, you know, thousands of acres of our farmland. You see these big ugly patches of black plastic that comes from China. And the solar is, you know, I like solar in some ways, but for firing up your big plants, it doesn't work. It's very unstable, but it really takes up your farm. The farmers are saying, you know, they're building these massive blotches in the middle of the fields all over the country. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So we're not heavy into that at all. And windmills, we're just not going to allow them. They're ruining our country. They're ruining everyone. If you look at, I hate to mention countries, but you look at the UK, what's happened at UK, they have energy costs have gone through the roof. It's because of wind. They want to do everything, close up the northern parts of the country. They have oil that's tremendous, and they closed it up, and they've been building windmills.
All right, you're going banks now.
I tell them, you're my friends, but man, you're gonna have a bad awakening.
Margin rates
very soon.
Updated for futures on natural gas, oil, and petrochemicals.
They're ugly, they don't work. They kill your birds. They're bad for the environment. And if you look at them from a house, your house is worth less than 50%. So I'm trying to have people learn about wind real fast, and I think I've done a good job, but not good enough, because some countries are still trying, and they're destroying themselves. Those are countries that are really destroying themselves. I hope they get back to fossil fuel, because right now, Chris, whether we like it or not, fossil fuel is the thing that works, and then you can add nuclear with it and other things, but fossil fuel is what works. If we're going to fire up those big monster factories. But if you look at comparing everything before I took office, domestic auto production is up 18,000 cars a month. And we haven't even started yet, because a lot of these plants aren't built. It's up 18,000 because Ford, General Motors, and a couple of others, Stellantis, they're taking their existing plants, and they're, as quickly as they can, they're adding on to them. So when their plants open, because they're building big, modern, beautiful auto plants. But think of that, we're up 18,000 cars a month, and essentially all they've done is try and utilize their space correctly as their big plants open up. It's going to be, I hope they remember that it was this way. I hope this table gets a lot of the credit for what's happening. It gets all of the credit, because this would have never happened. We were going out of business in every way. We were losing. All the car plants were leaving this country. Now they're all coming back in, and they are coming from Canada, and they are coming from Mexico, but they're coming from Germany, they're coming from all over the world. Domestic steel production is up by 100,000 tons of steel a week. We have a 50% tariff on steel, aluminum, and various other things. Copper just got brought into the picture, and that means people are gonna want to make steel here. made a deal with U.S. Steel. As you know, we have an outside company come in, spend $17 billion on building new plants, new everything. It's great, and it stays right here in America. So we're doing amazingly well on steel, and domestic oil production is up by more than 300,000 barrels a day. That's a lot of barrels, and you're going to be talking about that in a second, I think, Chris and Doug. These two people have done a fantastic job, and we have the oil price down to about $62 a barrel. So just so you understand, because a lot of you like to talk about costs and prices, but I watch so much fake information. Product costs are down. Energy is way down. Energy brings things down. You know, with energy, that's what happened with Biden. He stopped our program, and then he went back to it when he realized that it looked like you're going to be paying numbers that nobody's ever seen, like $7 a gallon. You're going to pay $7 a gallon. They were up to $7.5. So then he immediately went back to the Trump plan that they terminated, but it was too late for them. It was too late. They blew it. They had a great thing going. I gave them something great, and they blew it. Since the inauguration, we've created over 500,000 new private jobs, and if you notice, when the numbers come out, government jobs are going down and private jobs are coming up, and that's what really fuels the country. It's easy to hire people and pay them for doing something that maybe is not very productive, but government jobs are down, actually substantially down, and private jobs are way up, and these are the jobs that make money, create a better life. Meanwhile, we've reduced the number of federal bureaucrats by 84,000. So we got rid of 84,000, and I think the job numbers, you're going to see the new job numbers are going to be through the roof because of all of the different businesses that are moving into our country, and not just production businesses.
Because then if the jobs go up, like with what Powell said, he's not going to cut rates.
The world of furniture, as an
Remember,
example,
there's no
North
average
Carolina,
inflation
I went there
target.
many times when I
just jobs.
A lot of hotels and things, and I'd go to North Carolina. I'd buy the greatest. They were the greatest.
FedEx
most
on the low.
Talented people.
20, 30
And
cent
then,
flush.
China came along and took all of those jobs away. If they would have tariffed them, China wouldn't have taken any of the jobs. But we had presidents that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the market just got what I just told you.
But they didn't know what the hell.
Even
they
though
were
it's
doing
delayed,
from a
but I'm
business
on a
standpoint,
delay.
from running the
Let's
country.
see if it causes downside
and
or
North
not.
Carolina, the most talented.
Yeah, that's hitting the wire.
woodworkers
New
you've
jobs
ever
number
seen.
will be through the roof.
I'd be there,
But
and
that
I'd watch
doesn't
them.
meet
I'd say, "I'd like
the.
to have
That's
a
not
rail
good
in
for
that
the.
chair. Maybe can you
The whole rate
fancy
cut
it up a
narrative.
little?
That doesn't make any
How about
sense.
this, sir? And it handed me a thing. It was
Especially
like,
with Powell's
they
new
were
change.
artists. They were unbelievable.
In a weird way, a
And,
good jobs
that
report would be
business was
bearish.
Stolen from us.
Because then it would
by
slow
others,
down
not
the
only
rate
China,
cut
but
path,
by
and you'd
others.
play
All
that
of a
game
sudden,
again.
you're ordering your furniture
Because that's
from
it. After Jackson
China.
Hole,
And
Powell
it
just
was
said
not
they're
even
not
close to
looking
being
at
as good.
inflation.
But they couldn't compete.
You guys
with
realize
it.
that,
We
right?
would've
That's what I
said,
made in the video.
It costs 100%.
So, like,
200%
literally, there's
down.
no.
You wouldn't
The
have
Fed
lost
does
one
not
job.
care about inflation
So
anymore.
sad.
I don't
We're
think
gonna
people
rebuild
realize
North
that.
Carolina furniture and
They
other
care about
places,
jobs.
South
That's what he's
Carolina,
saying.
too,
So,
to a
like I
lesser
told you, if
extent,
you had, if Powell had to
make
save
furniture,
one,
but,
he would save the jobs market. That's
furniture,
it.
we're gonna put a very
That means he will
substantial
not
tariff
move
on. We've
policy
already
based on
announced it.
inflation,
It'll be done
up or down.
pretty
But
quickly.
he will move
And
policy
when that
based on
happens,
jobs up
everyone's
or
gonna
down.
start- I just tell you, North
That's big.
Carolina, go out and
So that's
start
why he said that. We got a
getting,
little bit of a
the
reaction. I
grandchildren
wouldn't
and
wait
the
for the
children,
market, but
start teaching
just
them.
know how to
Some of
process it,
those,
thinking.
Incredible artists that I knew as young people, they're older people now, but they still have the talent and they have time left. But they're going to be teaching their sons and their daughters and their grandchildren, and it's going to be a beautiful thing to see. It's going to happen like magic. It's going to happen without question. It's not like, gee, I hope it happens. It's going to happen. The results of Ford that just announced it's going to create 4,000 new jobs, American jobs. Hyundai, 14,000 jobs. General Motors is moving production of the Chevy Blazer and Equinox from Mexico back to the United States where it belongs. Don't forget, we lost 55% of our auto production over the last 35 years. 55%. We were the auto capital of the world. Like there was nobody even think about challenging us. We lost 55% of it to Mexico, Canada, China, a lot to China, and other countries. And it's all coming back. We will be bigger. A couple of years, we'll be bigger than we ever were. We'll be more dominant. We'll be bigger. We make great product, too. We're starting to make really great product. We're going to be bigger than we ever were. We're going to be at the level that it was when we were the only one that we sold to the world. And we're going to be back selling to ourselves and other parts of the world. It's not going to be the same, but it's going to be equally as important as it was in the heyday 30 years ago. But we lost more than 50% of the automaking capacity. In fact, the auto unions, as you know, the top
Restoration,
guys,
Wayfair, and then autos,
like
Tesla.
me.
They're moving on those.
And now he likes
just a little bit.
He says, man, I can't believe what Trump has done. But the auto workers voted for me. They understood better than anybody else. The auto workers, the Teamsters voted for me. Teamsters are great. They all voted for me. No Republican has ever gotten the support of the Teamsters and the auto workers. And now the head of the auto workers, I mean, it's so amazing. I watch them on television there. They can't even believe what happened. And I told them all what was going to happen. We secured new market access for American agricultural exports all over the world. Our secretary is doing a great job. Thank you, Brooke. And we have negotiated historic trade deals with the United Kingdom, China, Indonesia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Japan, South Korea, who was here yesterday, and the European Union. Foreign nations are now paying hundreds of billions of dollars straight into our treasury, and numbers that nobody's ever seen before. As you know, we made trade deals with a lot of countries, and many of those countries, just to be able to sit at the table, are paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. We made a trade deal with the European Union. They were rough on us for a long time. And now we have a very good deal. We made that with them. Trillions of dollars is coming into our country. Trillions. Far beyond billions, trillions of dollars. Wouldn't you say, Scott?
Yes, sir.
And in a short period of time. They have to buy $750 billion worth of our energy product. Energy is great. We have more than anybody else, so we're using it. But the European Union is a done deal, and Japan is done. And, I heard there was a problem with South Korea, but we met yesterday, and they're done. We didn't do anything. We just kept the same deal. He honored the deal. They wanted to see if, I don't even want to say it, but they wanted to see if they could do something. But they honored the deal, which is nice. And we cut the previous record-setting trade deficit, I hear just came out. We cut it in half already. We haven't even said, we've only been here really for a few months because, you know, it takes you a little while to fix up the Oval Office and do those things. prepare for the battle, right? So we really only been here for a very short period of time, and we cut the trade deficit in half. Is that right? That's fantastic. I didn't even think we were going to do that. And remember, these are things that are being built. These things, all these numbers, they're not open yet. When they open, you're going to see things happen in the United States that nobody's ever seen before, including our country in its heyday. And I had the greatest economy in the history of our country my first 4 years, despite COVID, which was a very unfortunate situation for the whole world. We did a great job with it, never got the credit for the job we did. Operation Warp Speed, people say, is one of the greatest achievements ever in politics or in the military, because it was almost a military procedure. But everybody, including Putin, said that Operation Warp Speed, what you did with that, nobody can believe it. And we did a great job, but it was a horrible, horrible pall over our country. We had a very dark cloud over the world. That was a very, very bad thing that came out of Wuhan, which I said it came out of Wuhan. That's where it came from. And China suffered greatly, but everybody did. But we did a good job with that, as good as you can possibly do, and we came back, and now we're stronger than ever before. If I didn't win this election, this country was gone. I'm telling you, economically it was gone. None of the things that we're talking about would have happened.
Microsoft, the little one. Again, the furniture name's tweaking, and then Tesla's still up.
Our jobs, our money, our factories.
Yeah, how many Boeing deals do you have?
Shell. We would have been a bankrupt, broken shell. And that's the way it is, but we're doing just the opposite. Stronger than we've ever been. Last month, in a landmark achievement, I also proudly signed the largest working class tax cuts in American history. So the bill that, I'm not going to use the term great, big, beautiful, that was good for getting it approved, but it's not good for explaining to people what it's all about. It's a massive tax cut for the middle class. It's a massive tax cut
for jobs. But it also paved the way for more gambling. And it's paved the way for more inflation.
No tax.
It gave every single Democrat all the money they wanted because nobody would have agreed without getting paid for it. So it still sets up the opportunity to be either extremely good or really bad. But he's not lying. There is a lot of middle class benefits, which I like. If it didn't have the middle class benefits, I would not be a Trump supporter right now.
You know, they have all these soundbites.
I'm not the biggest fan of the BBB. But then again, as you see everybody telling you to freak out about inflation and stagflation, you should have thought about that when that bill got passed. Do you understand me? You should be making your diversification from that moment, not now, not off Bloomberg, not off the TV, not off the Fed. That bill was everything. I hope you heard me.
We strengthened Social Security. We strengthened Medicare, Medicaid. The job we've done on Social Security is, if the Democrats got in, Social Security is over because the country's going to fail. There won't be any Social Security. And I made that pledge to you. We're going to take care of Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and we're doing that in spades because the country is becoming so successful again. And it hasn't been this successful. I think in the end, it will never have been this successful. I don't think it'll even be close with what's happening. Every American is seeing a tax cut as a result of the bill. The average police officer will keep an extra $1,000 a year at least in overtime, and the average waiter or waitress will keep nearly $2,000 extra in the fact that they would have had to pay that kind of money on tips. And I never realized that the government was so strong on that, but waitresses, waiters would tell me that the government would go after them. Like, it was horrible.
It's not about printing money, it's flooding the system.
Was incredible.
It's a very good cop.
And
I'll explain it when he's done, but I'm kind of glad you said that.
They should have announced it.
Because it's right and wrong, what you're saying. And that's where I think people are going to get very confused. I've been talking about it, but it's just easy to forget since it's been a couple of months.
But now they're saying, you know, Trump was right. They'd never seen anything like this. And I don't know what it is, Scott. They didn't understand what we were trying to explain to them was going to happen. Everybody's moving back to the United States because they don't want to pay a tax. If they're not here, they have to pay a tax. And it didn't seem that complicated, but it's working at a level that nobody can imagine. You know, this is working $4 trillion, but that's a big number. It's a number that nobody ever heard of before, but $4 trillion is exciting. But that's nothing compared to what's happening because these places haven't even opened yet. Some of them haven't even started hiring yet. They're under construction. So it's construction jobs, but it's not the big number, and the big numbers, when they open, they're going to be very successful. It's a revolution. We're also working on things to ensure that the awesome power of artificial intelligence is used to benefit all Americans, including American workers and also American children. In that spirit, our wonderful First Lady has just announced a presidential AI challenge. It's going to be a very good challenge, I can tell you. She's put her heart into it, which will inspire the next generation to stay on the cutting edge of this vital technology. This is the new internet, the new computer, the new television, the new everything all put together in one. This is why when I show you a picture like that, I mean, I show you this. This is a factory superimposed over the island of Manhattan. And you have many of them being built right now all over the country, or soon to start, some of them. Some of them have started. This one has actually started. That's in the great state of Louisiana. But the First Lady is working very hard on this, and it's an important initiative. And Melania, when she puts her mind to it, nobody can do better. There's nobody. So every young person should go to AI.gov to learn more, AI.gov to learn more. And you'll see it's a great challenge. I think it's going to be a very modern kind of a challenge that involves AI, which is very exciting to people. So I want to thank her, raise a lot of money for children. We're putting America first, and we're going to be putting the American worker first. And you know, the Republican Party has picked up 4 million new people, 4 million. The Democrats have lost 2.5 million. Other than that, they're extremely happy.
Oh, I'm muted? Oh, fuck. You didn't hear what I said then. Uh-oh. I was just talking shit about Donald Trump. Because I was saying, Donald, I love you, man, but I still don't trust this shit. I don't trust their little AI plan. I don't like the whole, you can't change things for 10 years. Like, the companies, Sam Altman, like, literally, I trust Trump. I just feel like he's putting in a bunch of Troys, essentially. And then yeah, Melania, my girl loves Melania. But other than that, I mean, this is new. This I've never seen this website in my life. But yeah, this is literally, that's why I went to it. I'm like, oh shit, they made AI.gov. But it's just like, yeah, then I remembered the BBB. Remember I showed you the fucking thing and the 10. I don't like it, bro. And that's what I'm saying. The people in charge, I don't trust them. I think Trump has the right idea. I really do. I think he knows what's important, and I think it's there, and I think he has good people, but like I'm saying, I think he got some people in there that are there for a different reason, and I think we'll find out sooner than later.
I would never say she's beautiful because that'd be the end of my political career. Laurie, secretary, but I will tell you, this is the best of all, and they're going to fight me. Like this slob of a governor you have in Illinois, this poor
he's going
guy
in
got
on
thrown
Pritzker.
out of his business by his family. I know the family. I was partners with the family. Nice family. I like the family, but he was no good. They threw him out. He's governor of Illinois, and he goes about Trump, we don't need his help. Chicago is the worst. These places are really bad. Crime in D.C. was the worst it ever was. You know, they make up stories. Crime in D.C. was the worst ever in history. And now, over the last 13 days, we've worked so hard. We've taken so many, there are many left, but we've taken so many criminals, over 1,000. I watched a man from Maryland who said to me, I mean, sir, you're the greatest president. You're doing an unbelievable job. What a great job. Governor Moore, has anyone heard of him? Mm-hmm. He's another hopeful for president. I don't think so. But I met him, and I didn't realize it was on camera. Did you see they caught him on camera? I was at a game, I don't know, like the Army-Navy game or something. And I met him in a hallway. And as usual, you do your job very well. One of these great cameramen had it on tape. But I met this gentleman. I never met him before. Sir, you're doing a great job. You're doing an unbelievable job. Thank you very much. But then he goes on television and says, oh, Trump is a dictator. He's a dictator. And a lot of people have been, so the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, you know, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime. And you would think that Illinois would have such a problem with crime, such a bad governor. He should be calling me, and he should be saying, could you send over the troops, please? It's out of control. It's out of control. In New York, it's out of control. Not as bad as Illinois, by the way. Not even close. In California, you would have not had the Olympics had I not sent in the troops. We sent in the National Guard. They did a fantastic job. We have the Olympics. We have the World Cup coming. I got them in my first term, and I was really sad because I said, oh, boy, I got them, and I won't be president. And little things happen. Thank you, God. Thank you. You know, little things happen. Think of it. You could ask Johnny. Johnny would tell you he's the head of World Cup. He's a great guy, too, great commissioner. But he's the head of the World Cup. He said, Trump is the only reason we're doing this. And the sad part is that I was not going to have it. I would have to be, probably I wouldn't have even been invited to the game, depending on who's president, right? And I got that. I did not get 250, okay? The 250, anniversary. I did not get. I'd like to claim it, if I might, but I did get that. That was whether I was president or not. It was still 250. I'd like to take credit for it. What I will take credit for is we're going to have a better celebration under Trump than you would have had under some stuff. That I'll take care of. We're going to have a safer place, Christy, because of you and Tom Homan and everybody, right? But so we have 250 coming up. We have the World Cup coming up, which is like having 45 Super Bowls. And we have the Olympics coming up. So we're going to have a very exciting 3.5 years remaining. We're going to have a very exciting, it's going to be done properly. So I just want to tell you, our country's in incredible shape. Our military is strong and powerful and respected. We had some fantastic decisions from the Supreme Court that let us put the people into the military and other businesses that are best for the job, as opposed to some woke reason that was killing our country. That was a very strong, very powerful. You can now go into a company based on your ability, as opposed to being forced in based on some factor that cannot make our country great. That was a big decision, very, very big decision. And we've had a lot of great decisions, and we've all made some great decisions sitting around this table. I want to thank Scott. Unbelievable what's happening financially with you and Howard. And Vice President's involved in everything, and he's been great. And Marco has been, really, I think you're born for this job. I don't think you should ever run for another office. I don't think you should, really. You're so good at this. He is so good. And everybody likes him, everybody likes him. But everybody, much more importantly than like, I think you would say, is respect. They respect Marco. They respect all the people around the table. So what I'd like to do is, I'd like to go around the table. You seem to like it. Your audience seems to like it based on ratings. And I want to mention, about crime, because we have a young lady here, Iris, of Epoch Times. You're Iris, aren't you, huh? And I heard you were very savagely mugged in the city, and I'm not going to let that happen under this administration. That was last year. And would you like to mention what happened?
Of course. So first of all, thank you, Mr. President.
Do you want to listen to this?
For having me here to share my story to the room and to the broader public. My name is Iris Tao. I'm a White House correspondent for and lead the sister media of the Epoch Times. So more than 2 years ago, it was a Saturday morning in broad daylight. I was on my way to work, and a young man with a black ski mask pointed a gun at my face and threatened me to hand over my phone, my wallet, my laptop, and everything else. And when I refused, he used the butt of his handgun to strike me across the face, the cheek, or what some people call pistol whip me, before running away. That has deeply traumatized myself and my family. Ever since, I've never dared to walk in the street of DC at night, ever, and my family was extremely worried. So, Mr. President, thank you so much for what you're doing right now.
Thank you for being honest.
Such incidents involve not just me, but also my family. If he had shot me, I could have died right there in the middle of nowhere without my families or my friends knowing at the age of back then, I think 23.
Right.
Just starting my career here in DC without even starting a family. Right now, I'm very blessed to have this opportunity.
So you had a gun pointed at your head, and you probably figured that he's going to pull the trigger, because these are animals that don't know what the hell, they couldn't care less. The pulling the trigger to him is a very minor event, and I'm sure he's done it before. So how did you, and you did refuse to give it, which would probably, maybe somebody would say that was not the right decision, right? But you refused, but I understand that. So, and then he hit you real hard.
Yes.
It's really amazing that you weren't shot. That was.
I'm very blessed, and that's why having this opportunity to stand here to share my story today. One, I'm very grateful for God for allowing me to still survive to this day, but also to Mr. President. Thank you for now making DC safer.
Thank you very much.
For us, for our families, for my parents, on my behalf of my parents, and now my baby on the way. Thank you so much.
And there are other reporters and journalists, good people, and you don't have to say it, but that have also been attacked violently. And not violently, too, pretty badly. But, and I bet you see a big difference in the streets right now. and this is only 12 days, but people are telling me they're going out to dinner now. They haven't, I told the story of my friend, but I have a lot of friends that are going out to dinner all the time now in DC, and they weren't doing it 12 days ago. They would never even think. One of my friends went out 5 times. It was 4 times the last time I told. Now it's 5 times. He said, I love going out to dinner, and restaurants are starting to open again. A lot of them closed because, you know, nobody wanted to go into a restaurant. Nobody wanted to get to a restaurant or even sit in the restaurant. But you see a big difference now, don't you?
I do pass by Union Station every day on my way home, and I do feel a lot safer seeing the trucks right outside, seeing the National Guard troops members right outside. It just made me feel like I'm hopeful about DC again, and one day hopefully we can raise our family here.
Thank you very much. That's nice. And those are tough troops, too. Those are not politically correct troops. We don't have politically correct anymore. We have tough guys, tough people, including some tough women. But we have tough people, and when you look at them, I tell you, they showed one scene where a bunch of Nicaragua guys or whatever, maybe MS-13, maybe MSDNC, okay? Because to me, they're worse. I think they're worse. MSNBC maybe is worse than Nicaragua. Real scum, real dishonest people.
Did he really just say that?
They went into this gang, I think it was Nicaragua, Venezuela, and they weren't nice to this group of people. The gang was calling them sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. You're no good. Get out of here. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. These are people that
I saw the RR call out when you first called it. I just didn't mention it because it's like, I don't know. I don't like these scammy plays.
Soldiers.
So some of them, if you want me to call it out, it has to be quality.
I said, you don't have to be politically
correct. The scammier ones, if I could come up with a play idea, I'll share it. But yeah, some of them you got to be careful. But that one worked. You called it out at 240 and it did go up.
Screaming at them from 1 inch away. They're standing there and they're told you cannot do anything. And they start spitting, actually spitting in their face. And I said, you spit, we hit. And they're totally authorized to do that, all of those things. But your story is great, and there are other stories here, but they don't have to tell them. But some people are.
This is my favorite video of. But it's. This is my favorite video of the DC shit because I saw this, and remember, and then I always get like some person who lives in San Francisco, they always come in here and they're like, it's DC, nothing's in DC. Oh my gosh. So yeah, here's the video I saw yesterday. You might enjoy it. I don't know, I feel it though, because it inspired me.
FBI, DEA, ICE, it's all that outside in Washington, D.C. I don't even gotta look over my shoulder no more. I'm walking around with this shit. I ain't hiding none of this shit. I'm walking blocks with this motherfucker.
Bro.
Listen, jump out on me if you want.
Y'all don't
I'm gonna
feel,
scream.
bro.
They're gonna be here in 33 seconds. As soon as you talking about, get that shit up. Ah! Ah! Help! They gonna help the shit out of me.
They gonna help the shit out of me.
Good God Almighty, boy. I got some motherfucking help, some backup.
Yeah, though.
For real, you jump.
For real though, cause dude, I watched the video and then like, dude, a part of me, I was like, dude, maybe we go back to LA being safe once again, bro. Cause like, dude, remember I was telling you this a while ago. I was like, bro, back in the day, LA was fun. Everybody was flexing. It was like a nice place. It wasn't as crime ridden. It was like there was crime in certain areas, but it was never in like, it wasn't on Rodeo Drive. It wasn't in these places. Bro, it's scary walking around with jewelry, even if you have like a Rolex, bro. And I know some of you are like, oh yeah, blah, but like, dude, have you ever had a very expensive stuff walking at nighttime in one of the big cities? It's not. The fuck that. I'd be tucking every chain. I be tucking my hands in my pockets everywhere, bro. So I don't know if we could get LA back, bro. That's it. LA's scary outside of LA. So anywhere, like LA is a dangerous place, like if you put yourself in danger. But there was a time where, like, I'm telling you, people were getting robbed eating. If you wore a nice watch, you would get shot at. Literally, a guy got shot in broad daylight on Rodeo Drive because he was wearing a Richard Mille, and they robbed him. And then another guy got robbed too.
Baltimore, Wes Moore was telling me I want to walk with the president. Well, I said, I want to walk with you too someday, But first you got to clean up your crime, because I'm not walking in Baltimore right now. Baltimore is a hellhole. And this guy, I don't even think he knows it. He's another candidate for president. Between him and Newsom, you got some real beauties, I'll tell you. But if we didn't go into Los Angeles, you wouldn't have the Olympics, in my opinion. You wouldn't have the Olympics. We went in, and the sheriff, the boss, said, thank God they're here. You could see his tape. He said, we were not able to control what was happening. That was the sheriff. And he said it loud and clear. And, you know, they're suing us for going in and cleaning up crime. And yet their own sheriff said, on the first or second night, he said, we could have never handled. That was going to be, you were not going to have the Olympics because, or the World Cup, because that would be, there wouldn't be anything left. They shouldn't have lost 25,000 houses. The water was taken from the Pacific Northwest. And I was after them in my first administration, turn on the water, turn it on. Nobody could have believed this could have happened. But they had no water in the fire hydrants. They had no water in the sprinkler systems that people put up in their ceilings. There was no water. And yet we have tremendous amounts of water. They send it all into the Pacific Ocean, trying to protect a certain little fish that's not doing well, because it doesn't do well without water either. And it shouldn't be a protected, because it shouldn't be a protected species. But I think that's actually just an excuse. I actually think these people are sick. There's something wrong. So we send hundreds of millions of gallons of water a day into the Pacific Ocean. They turn a valve, and the valve heads out, and we turn the valve back. I actually had to do it using force. We turned the valve back, and now they have water, but not as much as they should have, because they should.
I did it myself.
Newsom by
fucking Newsom can't even turn the dial.
Turn the rest of the water on. Turn it on. So things are done that are so sad in this country.
Rising tree
lack
on
of common
Boeing?
sense. I like to say the Republican
I don't know what that
Party
means,
is the party
Mulan.
with common sense. We're smart, we're sharp, we're this to that.
Rising
They're smart,
tree
but
technical,
they're
and I've never
radical
heard
left
of that.
people. And they can't help it. They're very smart, but they're radical left, and
That
they're
Core Weave headline
destroying
didn't
our
really
country. But they're not going to destroy it anymore. So we picked up millions of people in the Republican Party. They lost millions of people. And I think we're going to do very well in the midterms. And I just want to say one other thing, and that's medicine. The cost of medicine all over the world is much cheaper than the United States, because for years the world pushed us around, including our friends.
They pushed us.
And you go to Germany, you go
Now
to
we push
England,
back.
you go to different places, and you go to a store, and it's sometimes 10% of what we pay in the United States, because they said, nope, we're not paying any more. You charge the United States. This went on for 25, 30 years.
Bros, a little bit. You got volume and a little bit of
I
carry.
want to pay the same as they're paying. And Bobby Kennedy is doing a good job.
Bobby,
and
can you
Dr.
help
Oz
us?
is doing a good job. And I asked
I
them,
can't shake this
other than
feeling that there's
the basic
something they
thing
ain't
they're
tell
doing
us.
on autism and other thing, which we got to solve that problem, because it's crazy what's happening. It's out of hand. But this is the most important thing that can be done.
All right, guys.
Is favored nations, Bobby. And we're not talking about a 25% cut.
I'm gonna give
or
it a
50.
couple
We're talking
minutes,
about a
but we gotta go to Philo.
1,500% cut.
Just like
Because
yesterday,
people
I think
go
he's
to
gonna repeat a lot.
Europe to buy drugs.
If we
and
get
they
a
come
new
back
headline,
with
that'd be dope.
prescription drugs.
But
Normal, not. I don't mean
Yeah.
bad drugs. I mean
I think
prescription
he's just
drugs.
gonna repeat a lot of
Because you
yesterday.
can buy them for 10%, 15%, 20%.
NB and material play still going.
They're going to go up in price. And I told the countries, and I get along good with all of them. You could ask any. I get along good with all of them. But I said, you know, I told them, I said, you're going to go up a little bit, because it's the world. It's the world. So more people in the world than we have. We're going to go down a lot, and they're going to go up a little. And it's called equalization. We're going to have equalization. So we pay the same price as the lowest drug sold anywhere in the world. And I think, Bobby, that's going to happen pretty soon. The companies are ready for it. They had to go for years. I was with a very great gentleman from Eli Lilly. I think he's an incredible executive. I mean, I'll mention the company and I'll mention him, because
Eli.
we had this argument my first term, and then we had it in my second term. In my second term, I wouldn't stop until I won the point, and he threw up his hands. He says, you're right, I can no longer defend it. I can no longer defend that a pill that's made by Johnson & Johnson in a factory, in the same factory, in the United States versus a place in Europe or other places, including Canada, by the way, you could buy it for 10% or 15% or 20%, the cost of what we're paying, where we'd pay 5, 6, 7 times more money. He said, it's the hardest part of my job, defending that. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm saying that we have to get down to business. And that's a great company. He's done a great job, and I appreciated it. And it really broke the ice because they were sending, well, we have to do research and development. Well, you have to do it for Germany and all these other countries too. Well, they think the United States should bear it. I mean, I heard, and I finally said, it's over. Now, you have to have somebody that can get these countries to do it. I told them, if you don't do it, we're going to charge you a 25% tariff on everything you send into our country. That's much more money than what we're talking about. Then we have to get the drug companies to do it, and they'll do it because we have tremendous power over the drug companies too. So we're going to get it done. I just hope we get it done fast, Bobby, because this thing should go fast. But we're going to get the cost of medicine is going to be 1,000%. Think of that, not 2%. And I'll just tell this last story. When I was in my first term, in my last year, I was so proud of myself because drug prices went down for the first time in 28 years under my administration. You know how much it went down? 1/4%. And I was so proud of that. And I held a news conference, I think you'll be able to find it, congratulating myself and my administration because for the first time in 28 years, drug prices went down 1/4%. That little tiny, but it still went down. And I thought it was great. And then I realized, you know, it's a very complicated business and formula. You got to be very smart. I said, we're really getting ripped off by the whole world. The whole world is ripping us off. And what happened is I got on this kick and I got the drug companies to agree. And I got countries to agree. And they're not agreeing because they think I'm a nice person. They're agreeing because
Eli Lilly is not struggling.
I will put charges and costs and tariffs onto them that will be many times more than what they're going to be paying. So the companies are there and the countries are there. And we got to get it done, Bobby. We got to get it done. And
Bobby,
we're going to have the biggest price of it. Now, that's going to lower Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. This is going to lower everything because drugs go for everything. It's going to have the biggest impact, I think, of anything that can possibly be done. But your costs are going to be going down for medicine, for prescription drugs.
All right,
will be going down at levels that nobody ever thought possible. And that's going to happen in a very short period of time. And we're all set with the countries, and we're all set with the...
I love Jesus. So now it's time. We are moving to Philo. Trump will still be talking, but if anything crazy happens, we'll be there. But we're going to move on over. So you got to go to the next video. But if you don't want to go and you don't want to hear the Jesus talk, don't go to the next video. Like I've been saying, let me remind you, it's called paying attention. The last thing you want to do if you want to become a successful investor, do not develop and build a habit of paying for things you do not want. So do not pay attention if you do not want it. And that is all. So I will see you there. If I don't, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you save 10% and get a long term. And I hope you know you can get a house, and you will eventually. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I'll see you there, chat. It should take you. If not, you get a scavenger hunt. So, woo! And I love you all, and peace.